I'm for Market Movers. I'm your host, Trader Prad. And not sure where Miss V is yet, but whenever she is, you guys will be able to see the beautiful Miss V, obviously. Let me just zip up because it's a little cold here. Let's talk about what stocks we're looking at today a little bit. So I wasn't looking at Airbnb here. Let's close that. Let's close that over there. Let's put this over here. And obviously, as you guys can see in the bottom left corner of my screen, I am currently long on Coinbase. So Greg called out in our employee, the floor trainee chat. There she is. Greg called out in our work chat that Coinbase has some size on the downside for at 55.50s, I believe, is where the size was. So I'm just taking a nice little long in front of 55.50, looking for the break of that. If that does break, then we are out of that trade. Whenever you're ready, we can introduce you. You ready?
Yes, hi guys. So
Welcome,
finally
Miss
I'm
V.
here. Welcome to me. Yeah, I had some water issues in my building today. Like parking lot was flooded, and I
Oh
had
my.
to take a shower in the gym.
I
Anyways.
thought you were gonna say in the parking lot.
Yeah, I could. Maybe you could give me some more time. By the way, your hair looked blonder.
Really?
Did you
I didn't
use
do
purple
anything.
shampoo?
No, I didn't do
Okay.
anything.
Anyways,
That's
yeah,
weird.
what's up with markets? Are we dipping? CPI
Markets
data?
are green. I mean, at least
Nice.
S&P 500's green, Nasdaq's red. The tech sector's a little bit weaker. I'll give you some time to look at your baby
Sure.
Tesla and everything, and
Awesome.
whenever you're ready, we'll jump right on to
Thank you, Brad.
So take your time, and right here, as you guys can see, I already mentioned my Coinbase trade. My other trade today, I already got out of it not too long ago. Actually, I just finished this trade not too long ago. Was an Occidental long, Oxy with the successful earnings report, and also with crude being above 105 today. Crude was above 100 once again, being up 5% on the day for CL futures. I was looking for a breakout long of 61. I got filled on the breakout of 61. I added on the breakout of 61.50 also, and all the way up through to 62.50. Basically a dollar per share winner from here, and another dollar per share winner from here, taking profits all the way up to 62.50 as I mentioned. And on the way back through on XLE, on XLE.AMEX, which is basically the ETF, energy ETF, while the weakness started coming in front of $80 for XLE, that's when I figured, I'm gonna be done with my Oxy trade overall and take my profits and walk away with that one. So successful trade. Right now we're watching Coinbase about to stop me out, and there you go. Coinbase just now stopped me out on the break of that size to the downside. So let me just cancel my order, which was a profit-taking order to the upside in case it did pop up. We're still watching that 55.50 hold up though, even after taking that size out and breaking for about 5 cents to the downside below that price. So surprisingly enough, it did still pop, but we're done with this trade. One and done trade basically. And there we go. Now Coinbase is actually going back to the downside. Coinbase, another earnings catalyst play. Actually missed on the earnings, but I was actually watching a little bit of CNBC while I was trading, and during that they were talking about how Coinbase is they're not worried about bankruptcy at any point. They're not worried about bankruptcy at all, and once Bitcoin picks back up, hopefully the users who trade crypto and everything else come back up, and their daily user base goes back up. These prices for Coinbase are a little juicy for investment sides. Obviously, after a fresh earnings report, you think maybe it goes down a little bit more. So I'm not saying I'm gonna buy here, or I'm not saying maybe start investing over here, but something to keep in mind for the near future, to start thinking of buying some Coinbase for my own personal account. I'm also currently looking at some other stocks that you guys are throwing in the chat. Maybe Rivian dying right before earnings. Rivian, obviously, we already know the story of Rivian, which is the lockup period not too long ago expiring, and Ford selling a ton of shares for a big time loss on that side. Amazon's already taken a loss on their Rivian side, on their own portfolio, on their books, and they showed the amount of loss that Amazon took off of Rivian. So Rivian, because of the lockup expiring, and now also coming up into earnings season very soon for Rivian itself, I'm expecting more downside for the stock. Maybe Rivian to $15, $10, who knows at this point. $180 stock IPO'd at around 100 to I think 80 or something, and it went up above 100, and now all the way to the downside to $20. So Rivian's struggling big time at the moment. But that being said, I am looking at a lot more Rivian cars on the streets these days. At least those are the pictures that are floating around. So that means Rivian is obviously delivering some cars around the world, and that means money should start be coming into these guys a little bit, but not just yet. Obviously, not just yet.
Brad, as we are on a car maker currently, I can see that someone brought Neo on the chat. I'm not sure if you had time to cover that one. We're up 2.5% actually, and we have 34 million volume, so looks like a good day for Neo.
Yeah, Neo over here, top up gappers for my screener over here. Obviously, there's not by percentage wise, by volume wise. NIO is one of the top up gappers with a percentage change of 2.6% today. Relative volume of 1.24, so not above 2, but still relative volume anytime above 1 is still something that we can have on our watch. So as Miss V mentioned, up 2% today on NIO, 34 million shares traded, and looks like it's finding a range, almost stuck in yesterday's range. Actually, not almost, it is stuck in yesterday's range at the moment, not able to break out just yet. And yesterday's range also happens to be May 9th range. Was May 9th the Friday? No, it was a Monday. So the Monday range, we're still stuck in the range we started off of this week. So I'm expecting those ranges to be respected a little bit more. Support coming in maybe at $13.50, and resistance coming in probably around $15, $14.50 to the upside for NIO. Today we are currently trading between 1440. Well, it looks like we did make a 15 high, but those are at the 8 o'clock candles. 8 o'clock candles are a little bit, there's a whole different story behind that one. But this high right here that we're noticing, 1430, and this low right here near 1320, basically 1350 and 1450, giving us a nice little range on NIO, another EV maker.
I didn't have a chance to trade Tesla today, but again, still whole trading day is ahead, so maybe guys I will be doing that live with you. It will be even more fun, but so far I can see Tesla actually is negative on the day, even though QQQ also down 0.65%, but I can see that the low of the day we have 768, and then we jumped all the way back above 800. Now we got rejected out of those levels. We broke VIV up to the downside again, and we have some support here at 780. Let's see if we will break that, and if we do so on QQQ will continue to deep. QQQ is also kind of at some levels, so let's see if we break that. I might look for some shorts on Tesla, guys. If you were trading Tesla today, let me know.
One of our viewers just put in a message saying they didn't take a loss, and I just wanted to show to you that you're wrong about what you just said. I'm just trying to find the article about CNBC. They did take a bunch of loss on that trade, so maybe you might have to look up on a little bit more Google on your side about what exactly what happened to Ford and Rivian on their losses. Here we go, Miss V, shorting Netflix. Oh, let's go find out Netflix, NFLX. Netflix today was to the downside from what I remember. Yeah, Netflix still going to the downside, so your shorts are obviously cash money at the moment. Coinbase cracking even more to the downside. Oxy surprisingly holding up at those ranges. Netflix at the moment coming down. S&P 500 still positive, but NASDAQ obviously has been negative for the whole day. We've been negative for the whole day, and Netflix also extending its losses a little bit more, down 1.5% today, and trying to find maybe a bottom near 174. I'm not sure if we are able to find and establish that bottom yet at near 174. Looks like maybe yesterday's bottom was around the same prices. So let's zoom out a little bit, go to the 15-minute chart here. So here we go, 170 was yesterday's low. We did have some consolidation over here near 174 about 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. We kept pinging the 174 bottom, 173.80s or so, whatever. And today, as you guys can see, that's where the stock turned around a little bit. So coming back to that level, we could think about maybe taking a long scalp without risking too much of the downside. So let's see if we can go a little bit lower near 173.50s or even 174, flat 174, giving us an entry. But I'm not chasing it all the way to the upside over here.
Prad, here on the chat, we have request from Research for Profit to take a look at AMD. Tech stocks as a group are strong today, and we even have it on our watch list, guys. So again, make sure you have it in your bookmarks. It's absolutely free. We post it every morning at around 8:10. I would really advise you to have that. And AMD is up more than like 3% even currently. Great day. So right at the open, we spiked to the upside. And if we can take a look at a higher time frame on AMD, we can see resistance level here at around 96. So as you can see, we tried to go there. We were like high of the day 93. So let's see if we will try to get to that 96 level. We will try break it, or we'll get rejected and we'll bring some short opportunities for AMD.
Yeah, AMD, my baby. You guys know how much I love AMD. Obviously, 3% to the upside makes me very excited, especially even though NASDAQ is down 0.5% to the downside. Why do I have to repeat the sentence? I'm not sure. English second language, so that makes sense. NASDAQ down about 0.5% today. AMD, the complete opposite, up 3%. Looks like semiconductors are a little strong. But before I say that statement, I do know that NVIDIA has been struggling today. NVIDIA is actually in the negative direction. So not all chip makers are actually strong. Let's go check on what Micron is looking like. Micron positive today, not bad at all. And I'm guessing Intel is in the positive direction. Let's go check on Intel. Oh no, Intel's actually in the negative direction. That's very surprising. Usually Intel is a little bit stronger than AMD for the most parts, but not today at least. And let's go finally wrap it up with SOXX, which is a semiconductor ETF. What is the overall ETF doing? Pretty much flat, because we got two of the big boys to the downside and two of the other big boys to the upside. So SOXX pretty much flat on the day. NASDAQ, as I mentioned, down. S&P 500 thankfully up and bouncing VWAP pretty well. S&P 500 allowing you to scalp the crap out of it and take the longs in front of VWAP and take the bounce exits wherever you wish to at the end of the day. Your exits are your own choice at the to get out at. So multiple opportunities coming in to scalp that long, but I think a lot of you are just getting ready for that down move for the later, because CPI numbers were still bad, I believe. Still four-decade high, I believe, is what I read on the way to work. So still crazy numbers, 4 decades, not even way past my age. So it just goes to show how crazy the current market environments have been in the past few months.
We got a super chat. We just mentioned AMD, and we have a super chat from Mr. VIP. Free AMD 87.5 call Gato spread for me. Hashtag boom. Thank you so much for your super chat, Mr. VIP. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And I'm not sure I got it right, but maybe you got in at 87 level. If you did so and you went long, congratulations. It's absolutely fantastic trade.
Yeah, AMD, man, we gotta love AMD. Obviously, your call spread, I can't give you too much opinion on that, because we don't really trade options here. But as long as it's in the right direction, which I think you're going for the long, and AMD is up today, so you're smoking it at the moment. Congratulations on that side. Redbox got called out in the chat not too long ago, and someone said Redbox below $4, quick scalp. Yeah, you could get a nice little scalp for a short maybe, but keep in mind the stock's already down 29% on the day. That means you're not going to get filled short unless you sit on the ask and wait for the stock to go up. So right now we are getting green prints. That means that it's going to allow you to get short on the stock, but how much more are you expecting it to go down after having a nice little bounce up? Maybe we do go back all the way to the downside of to the lows of day on Redbox. But after watching these stocks, the way some of these well, not IPO, some of these man, I should have held Oxy a little bit longer, because Oxy is moving to the highs over there. I had no reason to get out of Oxy, really. I could have had it for a bigger move today. Anyways, coming back to Redbox, we have seen some of these stocks, such as Novavax yesterday, just completely moved to the upside whole day. Even UPST. Let's go check on this one, another stock that had earnings yesterday. Look how it traded yesterday. It moved all the way up off the open, and then we had a nice little short opportunity that we didn't capitalize on. Bounced off, $30 $30 or near lower day, 31.30, same. I'd say the same area almost, because this is right around the same prices, and then traded sideways around VWAP. So today UPST coming right back to those prices where it traded sideways at, rejecting off of those prices, coming back down, actually breaking 30 multiple times, and now breaking the lower day for UPST, down another 12%, which means now the stock goes on SSR day 2 tomorrow. Today SSR day 1 again for the stock, the same way as it was yesterday. RKLY running earnings tomorrow. RKLY, I believe this is okay, no, this is not what I think it is. So RKLY, not sure what the volume is even on this stock. Let's go check out at the moment. 200,000 shares. If the relative volume is not more than 1, I'm probably not going to talk about it because, you know, there's no volume coming in. Ooh, 1.41. So there is actually decent volume on this one. 91 million shares float. So let's go check it out. RKLY on New York. It is on New York. Still low volume, and though, you know, not gonna really not really tradable because it's only 200,000 shares for a $2 stock. You're gonna have to probably sit in this position for forever and ever and ever, and that's not something I'm looking to do. So when earnings report comes out tomorrow, maybe there's something to look at it on this one.
Few people talk about Disney ahead of earnings. Disney going to report earnings today after the close, guys. Disney pretty much flat on the day, up 0.50%. We have 5 million volume on that one with average 11 million. So I wouldn't say that we right now have really a lot of volume on that name. We are moving sideways below VWAP currently, and let's see if we will break that consolidation to go lower, or we'll jump today highs out of that level. But looks like we wanna go lower on this name, and yeah, earnings after the close, and we will see what Disney will say. What is their forecast? I'm excited.
Disney going to 0. Let's be
Hello.
real. Nah, I'm joking. But let's be real. Everything going to 0. Nasdaq's going to 0. SPY is going to 0. Dow's going to 0. IWM going to 0. Everything's going to 0. Your bank accounts, though, it's gonna stay alive, but everything else is going to 0. That's just, you know, that's just me trying to make satire out of this reality of this life we're living in right now. Speaking of everything going to 0, there comes the market back to the downside. S&P 500,
Wow.
which was actually bouncing off of VWAP for the whole day, now back to a 4,000 level below VWAP. Nasdaq also breaking 12,300, which was it was above 12,000, well, slightly above 12,300 for the most part, but now breaking that one too. So Nasdaq literally wanting to go to 0 at this point. We're talking about Disney. So Disney, as Miss V said, earnings report coming up very soon. Let me close that one. Not sure why that opens up like that. So after market today, Disney coming up. We do have a bottom, a 3-day bottom coming in near 106, 105 areas. But if that earnings report comes out bad, man, Disney's cracking more to the downside. We can see Disney probably ending up at $90, $79 very soon. And at which point, you know, why would you not think about investing in Disney? This stock is kind of also too big to fail. They own a lot. So Disney would, if a bad report comes out, we're expecting Disney to go into 2016 lows. That's a pretty far back time span for Disney. Currently, we're sitting in November lows, or, you know, even January 2018 lows. So we'll see what happens off that earnings report. Just gotta wait for that one to drop. My expectations, obviously, as Disney comes out with a decent earnings report, not too negative, but at the same time, they're gonna guide lower. It's usually what they guide that matters more than what the earnings report comes out. So my expectations are they guide lower because of you know, COVID in China resurfacing a little bit and causing shutdowns happening. Disney has a lot of stake in China retail over there, and along with that, ESPN Sports Plus sucks. I've been watching my friends' UFC streams on ESPN Plus, and you get blasted with so many advertisements. Whereas, you know, my bootleg streams that I watch UFC on, I get no advertisement. Granted, I'm watching on maybe a 30-second delay, 1-minute delay, but I'm not getting blasted with advertisements even after paying $60 for the event or whatever. So on that side, I think ESPN is losing a lot of people for their paid program, and maybe they might take a hit on that side. I'm looking for a Disney Plus subscription raise numbers, a hike in Disney Plus subscription hike numbers. Because Netflix was talking about competition and how they were losing numbers. I also want to see how Disney is doing I don't think they have done this yet, but if they have done it, please let me know. I know they were talking about introducing a new subscription tier for the ad side. That way they could make you pay less, but also you get blasted with ads and everything else. So I'm looking for a lot of variables to come out, and I think a lot of those variables will actually help
They have
Disney move
Kardashians
around.
now.
They have the Kardashians on
Yeah,
there?
they now stream on Disney. Hopefully they will save Disney.
You are also breaking the law. Feels good, huh, Trader Prad? What the the UFC, the sports stream law? Hey, man, if ESPN thinks they're gonna make me pay $60 and blast me with ads every 30 minutes, or not even 30 minutes, every minute or minute and a half, I'm not paying for that. That's ridiculous. All right. Disney number I expect to be lower. Go vote, go broke. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, you could be woke and be wrong on the trade because you were wrong on the idea, or you could just be waiting patiently and just wait for the numbers to come out and then trade it off those numbers. This really depends on how you want to do it at the end of the day. Someone called up ANIP in chat. The stock's not doing any volume, so I'm going to move away from this one at the moment, but it is up 3% on the day. Another stock that was up around 3% on the day is Oxy, which is surprisingly enough trading in the range of $62 and between $62.50. There was some size on $62.50 when I saw it. It looks like that size is still there, about 13,000 to 20,000 shares sitting on Oxy at 1620 that already rejected the stock on the upside once, and we are surprisingly enough to finding buyers at 62, maybe because XLE, which did dip to VWAP, is immediately back above 79.50. So XLE is your ETF when you're trading energy stocks such as Oxy or Chevron and so on. I usually have a relative ETF of the said stock that I'm trading to use as a barometer always. For example, if I'm trading Goldman Sachs or sorry, it's supposed to be Goldman Sachs, not Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs or Wells Fargo or anything. When I'm trading them, I usually have XLF, sorry, not XLE, XLF open on the side just to see as an overall idea of as to what its partners in crime are doing along with it on the day to day. MOS, check please. Mosaic, let's go check on Mosaic. Mosaic today with 3 million shares traded, currently with a nice 6% move up on MOS. Also finding some buyers at VWAP. So obviously every time stocks find buyers at VWAP, that means there's some big players probably propping up the stock and not allowing it to go too far to the downside. I don't remember Mosaic have earnings, or I think they already had earnings. Yeah, they already had earnings not too long ago on the 2nd of May after hours. Looks like they beat their earnings report. Look on the day of earnings report and the very next day how they just ripped up to the north side. But sadly, weak market environment, bringing it right back into support areas, bouncing off of 55 and now getting back into that earnings day range almost. Looks like we do have some barriers around 62.50 and some support coming in at 58 on the day today. Let's go take a look at the chart. I'm expecting the stock to continuously find support at VWAP, but if VWAP ends up to failing to hold maybe later on in the day, I'm expecting support to come in at $60. I don't think the stock goes back to pre-market highs of 59.50 or $59, but at the end of the day, everything can change if the market environments change just by maybe Biden saying something or Papa Powell coming on the show randomly and raising the hikes. You never know what happens, so just got to be careful. Make sure you have your stops in place and make sure you're taking your exits instead of being greedy and moving your exits away from where you originally planned to. It's always better, trust me, always better to complain about how you could have made more on that trade than let greed control you, not let you exit, and then watch that stock come all the way back to your stop and then getting stopped out on it. So scalp your way out, as Neil always says. No one went broke taking profits.
That's right, and I can see that a few people talk about AMC. So how's that name doing today, guys? Let's take a look. AMC down more than 7%. We broke low of the day already. We're around that area actually. So the low of the day was around 10.92. We're now 10.95. Actually trying to rebound back to the upside out of that level. Let's see if AMC will be able to do so. But yeah, we will find out if we will break that $10 to the downside. Sad to see, to be honest.
Yeah, AMC. So I don't even know. Good thing I got beat up on this stock yesterday because I was so bullish on this stock about its earnings report. I was like, oh, they came out with good earnings report. I got a killer long off the open. I got some killer scalps over here afterwards off the open that when it started breaking down, I tried to protect it and it just broke. I was like, okay, maybe the apes will come in over here. Maybe the apes will come in over here. The apes never showed up. Like I was joking about it yesterday. I'm just gonna continue joking about it. It looks like the apes are basically in McDonald's and Wendy's flipping burgers are not able to buy the stock at this point. If you love the stock at $40 and $50 and $70 because you thought it was going to 1,000 or 100,000 or 1 million, why do you not like the stock at $11 or $10 off of a good earnings report? So AMC absolutely struggling right now. As you guys can see, no liquidity in the market. Neil and Sean have talked about it all morning. 22 million shares today, great, but we've seen a lot more money coming in for AMC. Clearly, a lot of death in the market, death of auto-tune, death of DOA, death of the market coming in, not even helping stocks with good earnings report. We've seen some stocks with good earnings report pump up and actually move up, but even those stocks later on got pushed right back to the downside. Occidental actually breaking out of 62.50 at the moment. Damn, I wish I had some shares still for my long trade. What a beautiful execution I had today off the open, and it just sucks that I wasn't able to hold not even a single share for this possible breakout move past 62.50 or even more. Part of the reasons for my exit, as I mentioned, I rather complain about me not making more money than watch it come back to the downside. Part of the reason though is for my exit is look at this consolidation highs for the past month and a half, 2 months and a half now of 62.65, 62.50. Yeah, we got this random spike over here to 64, 65. But I don't know if we're actually gonna break out of that 62.50 properly today. So based on that, I took my exit, and another reason why I took my exit was because XLE was, as I mentioned back then, was on its way to the downside to VWAP. So those were my two reasons to exit off of that trade. Hopefully I was right on that, and then I will learn if I wasn't right about it later on. And by that I mean, could I have held a little bit more, or maybe I could have a more appropriate stop. Maybe I could have, I'll show you where my stop was. Maybe I could have had my stop on the back through of my break-even entry instead of over here. That way I would have still held some shares, or maybe halfway through that something, or be able to take some of it for a loss, have it all the way back through VWAP. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens at the end of the day.
Can see a few people talk about this penny stock, RBLX, it's therapeutics name, and actually has news today. They had received some approval from FDA for acceptance of investigational new drug application for their treatment. We jumped to 0.30 cents, but now got rejected a little bit. And again, today we have 15 million volume, with the average volume on that name 1 million, so volume is higher than usual, supported by those news. And yeah, we'll see if we'll try to make another move to the upside on that penny name.
Wow, yeah, penny stock RGLS 67% to the upside. Only 15 million shares though, but still 15 million shares is not bad at all. Let's go take a look at what the relative volume is. There you go, relative volume of 38 times. I'm used to trading, penny stocks that have hundreds of millions of shares by lunchtime or so, and that's why I'm saying only 15 million. But if you compare the stock's volume to its own history. According to that, the stock is doing tons of shares today, allowing you to make trade out of it. But even a penny stock that has a I don't even know how to get into those 200th of a penny spread, like 600th of a penny spread over there. That's pretty ridiculous to have that on a penny stock. That's why 15 million shares is not really that exciting to me, even though the relative volume for it is tons of eyes on there. Currently, we're watching, some of the tech stocks currently go back up. NASDAQ, S&P 500 right back through VWAP, 4,000 level, holding up on S&P 500 one more time. I was actually debating to take that 4,000 long not too long ago over here. I was debating to take that long over here. I didn't take it. I should have probably taken it over here, but because it looks like it didn't even break 4,000 to the downside. This is your big futures, not your micro, mini, baby futures that I trade. This is your big boy Arun futures over here, and they are not even able to break 4K. So clearly, market's holding up at the moment. S&P 500 at 0.6% to the north side, and NQ still negative, but trying to get back to positive. Currently, NQ rejecting off VWAP still, but we got through to 12,300. Now, can we actually break through the VWAP and get higher, get into this ranges that we were looking off at 12,450, 12,500 areas on NASDAQ? NASDAQ going up obviously means AMD is going up, Microsoft's going up, Facebook's going up. So here's your AMD moving from, once again, the 50-period EMA on the 5-minute chart, which is around $90.30 to $91.50. So AMD with the beautiful long coming in. Let's go check on NVIDIA, which has been a little bit weaker today. They're beautiful long on NVIDIA too. The double bottom on NVIDIA. I was talking about this long, but unlucky me, I didn't have an order sitting there. If I had an order sitting there, we would have been part of that one. So NVIDIA pumping back up there. We were talking about Microsoft and Apple. Let's go check on these guys. Microsoft triple bottom, beautiful triple bottom long coming off of Microsoft, 264. Rinse and repeat those longs as long as the bottom never actually breaks out on Microsoft. Facebook, under 200 today. Looks like Facebook has been constantly getting rejected by 200, but a clean little double bottom long coming in across the board for all tech stocks. Last but not least, let's wrap it up with Apple. Apple, kind of a head and inverse head and shoulders, I would say. This would be the head, this would be the left shoulder, right shoulder, and now we're just looking for the knees and toes up here at 156 and 157. So currently, let's see if that pattern, I think the pattern is supposed to make this go to the upside, right? The head and shoulders pattern makes it go to the downside, so the inverse one makes it supposed to go to the upside, I believe. So if that's the case, if the market can pick back up to the north side, which is NASDAQ, Apple currently down 1% on the day, sadly. But if that pattern plays out, we got a beautiful breakthrough of 154 to maybe 156, 157, 155 or so on Apple.
Bar RY asking if we have any levels for NEO. We definitely can take a look for some levels. So again, NEO actually trying today, its low of the day is at around 13.54. Currently we never got back to that day low, so now trying to break VWAP to the upside. But if we take a look at the higher time frame on NEO, we're now back to levels we've been in 2020, and we can see that we have some support at 12.98, I would say $13, and the next support level I can see is at around $11. So we hold that $13, now very close to 14, high of the day 14.35. Let's see if NEO will be able to do so, but also since all-time high, let's see how many percent did we lost. So all-time high was $67. NEO at some point was $67, and we are down from that 78%.
What stock were you talking about?
NEO.
Yeah, someone was asking if I trade NEO. Yeah, sometimes, but no real reason for me to trade NIO today. I don't really have a catalyst for it to trade that one. There's other catalysts across the board. Stocks with catalysts such as Oxy, which is currently breaking out through 63. 62.50 was my high day. We're watching the stock go higher and higher. Now 6% up on the day. You guys heard Sean mentioning that he was long on XLE, which is the energy ETF. So energy ETF right now breaking out of 80. and taking Oxy along with it, making me even more upset as to why I am not part of Oxy anymore. So that week break of Oxy, I'm glad that I made money on it, but it just sucks that, like, you know, why am I not part of it? Why was my stop so weakly placed? You know, why was I not willing to lose any money on my last few shares that I had at 61.50? So many questions stopping me from making more dollars. So, you know, I was already $1 per share in the winner from 61.50 entry, and now I'd be $2 per share in the winner just by holding a little bit more. So energy ETF waking up. Your energy sectors are hot boy summertime. Was it hot girl summer, hot boy summer, whatever it is? It is hot at the time. It's about to be 22 degrees in Toronto, 22 degrees Celsius. You know, not that Fahrenheit math. We're talking about the normal smart people math, the Celsius math, and it's about to be hot, boy. We're about to go golfing in this weather too, so it's gonna be great today.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, Toronto will be able to hold that warm weather. And also, here, Vane Care says, Valeria, I'm a noob. Can you explain VWAP? Absolutely. And the best thing will be for you is to check that VWAP explanation video. I sent you the link. And again, I remind you guys, for everyone who joined us recently and don't know about this, or any newbies, we have another YouTube channel called Market Wisdom by TraderTV.Live. It has only educational content, and we don't post here anymore as we decided to start posting educational content on our main channel, but still it has plenty of great helpful videos, so go check it out. We have VWAP strategies, we have VWAP explanation, and many more videos, so just type and search anything you're interested about, and I'm pretty sure it will give you what you're looking for.
What stock were you talking about, sorry?
VWAP?
VWAP, are you talking about VWAP explanation? Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I think as Miss V mentioned, watch that video. That video will obviously go through a more in-depth detail, and you can rewind it as many times you want, refresh it as many times you want. Tons of educational content on that channel. Thank you, Miss V, for even mentioning that channel out there. AMD at the moment, Sean is mentioning his AMD long, obviously beautiful long on AMD, killer long on AMD coming in and helping the boy out. So congratulations, Sean. You're not a smart cookie, smart people math. No, listen, Celsius is the real math. Fahrenheit is the fake math. Okay, anyone using Fahrenheit is not a scientist. Clearly, anyone using Celsius is a certified scientist, PhD, just because you're using Celsius. The same thing applies for kilometers per hour and miles per hour. Okay, what is 0 to 60? 0 to 100, just way better, way cleaner, makes sense. It's just the right math. 0 to 100. You're hot, it's 100 degrees. You're cold, it's 0 degrees. How is negative 40 the same as 0 degrees, but the negative 40 is also something else in Fahrenheit? Like, what is this? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't understand Fahrenheit, you says, but in Instagram it's so confusing. Sometimes you want to put weather,
yeah,
and they put like in F,
yeah,
and it's like plus 84,
no,
and you like,
no,
it's not.
No, that's not right. Wrong math. That's wrong math. But you know what's correct math at the moment is this Oxy Petroleum, baby. Oxy is just ripping to the north side, just upsetting me more and more and more about this trade. What a beautiful long. I was talking about, you know, possible not breaking out of that consolidation high on Oxys, but boy was I wrong. Looks like that $65 are actually going to come into play today. At this point, I think my only trade left on Oxy would be going short around 65 and just waiting for that level. I'm not going to take a breakout of 63.50. Maybe I should, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait patiently for that level above there, that $800, sorry, that $65 level when it does come into play. There's some size on the way down though. 40K size trying to hold up at 63.32. Surprisingly, weird number. And now, as you guys can see, some orders are piling up in front of that. Oh, whoa, look at that. Cleaned out. That level got absolutely cleaned out. So people are indeed sitting there getting ready to load up in front of that order. AMD, yeah, AMD moving at the moment. Nasdaq ripping, S&P 500 ripping. S&P 500 up now 1 full% on the day. Nasdaq up 0.5% on the day almost. So Nasdaq ripping in a clean way at the moment. S&P 500 also joining hands with the party, and beautiful move coming across the board, especially for tech sector. Let's go, waking up. We're waking up here. That long on 4,000 on MES still coming in for anyone who wants to take it. Obviously not anymore now because we're about 40 points away from that long. SPY is moving. That's correct. S&P 500 up 1 full% at the moment. Tesla still down 1%. I'm thinking Apple is still down 1% also, even though Nasdaq is now in the positive territory. So let's go check on Apple. Apple still indeed down by only 0.5% though. So Apple trying to get also in the positive territories. Awesome. Just build relationships. That's how you make money. Yeah. Prad, you're awesome, bro. Thank you. No problem. Let me look at some other stocks that you guys are talking about. Maybe I can't really see anything, so I'm just gonna go over here to see if I can find some stocks that we can talk about today. Maybe DraftKings, UPST we already talked about, Robinhood. Let's go look at DraftKings today. DKNG. Probably a no trade at the moment. You know, relative volume probably less than 1 on this one, or around 1. Let's go check at it. DKNG 1.5, so around 1, not bad at all. Looks like it wants to, you know, wake up one more time for DraftKings and move to the north side. We did see that earnings report come in. I believe that earnings report was to the green side. Yeah, earnings report was green, and market still struggled and brought DraftKings to the downside a little bit. So that kind of sucked. But oh no, that's Occidental. DKNG earnings. Yeah, there we go. Earnings was green, but the market brought it down sadly, and now we're just waiting to see what happens for DraftKings in the near future.
One viewer asking about levels on PayPal. So PayPal down 0.63%. Low of the day is 76.92, and we're now back to 78. And if we take a look at the higher time frame, we have some key level here in around 76 even. So we never got there yet, but again, I would be considering that level. And a high of the day we have here $80. So let's see, maybe this level will be good for some short opportunities if we won't be able to break that, and a lot of sellers will be sitting in this 79.80 area for PayPal.
PayPal, man. Ooh, I mean, I still like the company. I don't know what else to say. I just opened up a FanDuel account not too long ago, and you know, FanDuel allows you to use PayPal. I'll be honest, that's one of the first ever betting apps that I've used that is so easy to transact, you know, add money and take money out of that account, because PayPal. Before, you had to do this whole, you know, in Canada we have Interact something. So the process is not that hard using Interact. It's still pretty easy. But back you know, with PayPal, it's 10 times easier is my point, is what I'm trying to say. So the overall idea over here for PayPal, the way it got beat up, sadly sucks, because eBay disrupted the PayPal business over there, and PayPal earnings was also to the downside, I believe, that when it came out. Let's go confirm if it is actually. No, PayPal earnings were green, Prad, you're wrong, but very slightly green, not too much green. So it looks like they beat they pretty much were flat on earnings, and for revenue they were also flat on revenue also. So not too big of a beat over there on PayPal, and hence PayPal moving even more to the downside. You guys know I have a PayPal share long at 190. So not 190, sorry, 120, not 190. So I did say I'll be adding more shares on the way down. Just waiting to see where I want to be doing that at the moment. You know, I'm still waiting for this market to stop killing itself at right now. And once this market stops dying and then you know, revives itself, I'll be going long on Microsoft and a bunch of stocks across the board.
Prad, one of our viewers, smack that like, hopefully, says, I love this channel by far. It's the best. Thank you so much. We're honored to hear such a great feedback. We enjoy, guys, we enjoy that you enjoy the community, the channel, information, entertainment. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching us today. And again, we still have more than 3,000 people watching, so we would really appreciate if you put that positive energy into the like button and help us get that 1,000 likes as soon as possible. And also someone said, can we have crypto minute, please? Ruben 2002 says, well, Bitcoin is now back above 31,000, but I can see that not a long time ago Bitcoin broke 30,000. We were at around 29,200. So glad to see Bitcoin being back above 31,000.
Yeah, Bitcoin having a little bit of a healthy move at the moment, but still, you know, nothing too exciting, to be honest, sadly. Bitcoin to zero, everything going to zero, Ethereum zero, Bitcoin zero, Solana zero, everything going to zero at this point. Thankfully, though, Bitcoin popping off that 28K level at the moment, that I do have that line over there at 28K. Look at that volume on Bitcoin, man. Ooh, tons of volume coming in on Bitcoin. Comparing that volume to the rest of the time, at least for the whole month that we've been looking at, or at least the whole year that we've started from. So that was a ton of volume that transacted on the way down. Nice little pump, nice little bottom also being established. So clearly buyers are coming in at 30K, 28K, and so on. I would love for Bitcoin to go to 100K, right? But we just gotta wait for that to happen at this moment. Bitcoin could get below 28K. This is why I'm not too excited about this. You know, about this little green candle that we're seeing on the dailies. We could easily see this level break and go much more to the downside. Just gotta wait it out. Just gotta wait out the waves, right? Ethereum, still negative on the day. Solana's big time down on the day, down 15%. Cardano down 7%. Doge down 16%. Shiba down 16%. So everything is still getting clapped on the crypto market. So Bitcoin having a minor revival doesn't really, you know, doesn't really excite me, because I can see that going right back to zero, and Ethereum going right back to 1. Indeed, that's right.
Does not excite me too at all, to be honest.
Yeah. That will scares me more, to be honest.
I used to feel some strength in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right now I'm a little bit like, but again, we already had some close levels to that for Bitcoin. Bitcoin have been able to recover and go back to its highs at around 60,000. But we will see. Just hopefully we don't go to zero.
Yeah, we gotta. I mean, I'm praying nothing goes to zero, but and nothing will go to zero. You know, I'm just joking about that side. So we're just waiting to see what happens whenever those markets start waking up a little bit for cryptocurrency side. So cryptocurrency at the moment still you know, around doomsday territories, around 30Ks or so. Cheers from Brazil. Cheers from Brazil. What's up, Brazil? Peloton. Let's go look at Peloton. Peloton today trading sideways a little bit, but on the green side, and the moving up 5%. You know, still very surprising the fact that Peloton is managing to stay green. But you know, I did mention we might have to think about not being so bearish on Peloton now that the stock is right back to $10 and so on. So that being said, Peloton having a nice little bottom coming in at $13 today. It did dip as low as $12.60 right off the open, as you guys can see right here. Right off the open did dip as low as that, but right back came through to $13, finding a bottom at $12.90, finding a bottom at $13, and giving you almost a 50-cent range to scalp the long end, or even short if that's what you're looking for. So Peloton giving you beautiful ranges to trade the stock in all day. Hello from India. Hello, Indians. Even zero is relative. Yeah, at the end of the day, everything's relative, right? Rivian stock falls towards a record low after Ford discloses more than 200 million worth of shares sold. That is correct, and I believe that was for a loss. Let me actually copy that statement and put it in Google, because I think that will show me the article I was looking for to prove one of our viewers wrong. And our viewer was saying that I was wrong. I'm never wrong, buddy. Where is it? 8 million shares appear to have been conducted in the pre-market trading, and how much of a loss did they take off of that? Why is this so dark? No, stop. All right. Trying to find the number. Trying to find the number. There's 4 numbers. Those are 4 numbers still. Trying to find the numbers. Where's the CNBC article that gave me the exact number that they lost in the title? Was this the one? This was 2 days ago. This was not today. Trying to find the CNBC article that gave me the exact number, but whatever. Not able to find it. Ooh, I got a message. I didn't get a BP bump. I was trying to get a BP bump, so that sucks. I was trying to get more buying power. Sorry, Missy?
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
More
I was trying to
buying
get
power.
more buying power from
Cool.
Greg, but no update on my buying power request. All right.
Square, we have the Square request on the chat, guys. Square down on the day, almost 8% right now. We have 15 million volume with the average 20 million. So, I mean, it's okay. And also, if we take a look at the higher time frame, we can see that we broke that resistance level at around $83. We broke it to the downside, so we have more room to go lower for Square today. This 78 level looks good, so let's see if we will be able to at least find bottom at 78. If not, more room to go lower for Square. And again, if we take a look from all-time highs and where we are now, it's crazy drop to the downside. We're down like again 73% from all-time highs on Square.
Yeah, Square earnings coming out not too long ago. And we saw what happened to that one too, right? That was another stock over there that I was in complete, utter disbelief as to what was going on off the earnings report. Decent earnings report. I'm trying to find the day that the earnings report happened. That way, there we go. So complete, utter disbelief. Try to go long on decent levels, at least like, according to me. Eight shots after shots after shots. The one level that ended up working, I wasn't part of it. So Square on that day looks like 89 was the low, let's say 90. Today we're well below that level. Looks like we're now trading at 77. I guess we should be calling it block now because that's the new name of the company. Obviously down 8% today and about to be into SSR territories very soon. Nasdaq right back into the red zone, back to 12,300 for Nasdaq, trading sideways around VWAP. We have the kangaroo market back again, looks like. So we just gotta wait patiently for this Australia over here that we're looking at to be done with this kangaroo market. We did get 3 full days of directional market though, so I can't be complaining about that. But we got this market once again where it flirts with negative, it flirts with positive, it flirts with negative, it flirts with positive, and then eventually later on maybe picks a direction. So right now we're going into lunchtime very soon. We got about 9 minutes, 8 minutes to go into lunchtime. That's going to be a big volume depreciation event. Look for some stocks that have tons of volume today to die off a little bit. Time for maybe some of you to sit on your hands and not really try to go and pick wars with algorithms and robots. So just be patient, look for volume across the board. If any stock that's showing up normal volume for lunchtime, then there could be a trade over there, and gladly we'll be jumping right over that to cover it. I don't have Hebrew on my keyboard. Well, might have to get a Hebrew keyboard for that, my friend. Buy Roblox on margin. Well, that sounds like a recipe for disaster if you ask me, because look at Roblox right now, man. Roblox, even with good earnings report, bad earnings report, crushed to the downside, but even with that, pumped up 10% today. But we can probably expect Roblox right back to the downside very soon. The stock is now on SSR because of the down move that it had in pre-market itself, going off into the open. So Roblox, it's a gaming company at the end of the day. It's a fad. They all look at Fortnite. They all come to an end. But we are looking for Roblox as a potential contender for the metaverse and so on. I'm looking at Unity for more than Roblox for the metaverse. Really, I can't see myself strapping on a helmet going into a Roblox metaverse. No, I can't. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot see myself being a square block in a video game. Being a square block, nah, man. But you know, WoW will never die. WoW's kind of dying on itself already. They had to like bring back classic WoW just to revive WoW, and it's still dying. Look at what happened to Lost Ark and New World from Amazon Games. Amazon killed that video game completely. A lot of games just die off. That's just the nature of games. So when it comes to you know, Roblox, you can't be a one-trick pony. EA, the difference with EA and Activision a little bit, they're not just a one-trick pony on that side. You know, they have multiple different genres. They have you know, the sports genres. They have the FPS genres. They have World of Warcraft and so on. So they have expanded quite a bit. Fortnite is doing great. Not a good analogy. Fortnite is dead, my friend. Fortnite is long dead. New World hurt me more than Cardano did. Oh, trust me. New World was so good to start with, and then Amazon just completely pooped the bed. They Amber Hearded it. They Amber Hearded the universe over there with their games. Thoughts on EA? Yeah, let's go check on EA. I know EA had some sort of catalyst. I believe it was earnings catalyst or the drop of FIFA catalyst that pushed them in the after hours yesterday. So EA pumping up a little bit more off of that news. 12% today. EA moving up a little bit more. And currently with 4 million shares traded, what is the relative volume on EA? It's in the game. 6.48 relative volume. So tons of relative volume on EA today. And moving to the north side, it is. They herded it. Yeah, they indeed Amber Hearded it, baby. Apex Legends killed Fortnite. I think, you know, Fortnite itself killed Fortnite. There's way too much Zoomer attention going on Fortnite, and they dumbed down the game where the skill gap isn't what it used to be. Like, you actually had to be good to win the game, and now you don't even have to be good at the game. You can just sit in a car and just drive around all day and win games. So it's not the same competitive game it used to be. The skill gap, but you know what? That happens in all video games at the end of the day. The skill gap needs to be brought down. That way, you know, the people who've been playing the game longer and longer don't keep getting better and better. And the newer people who do get onboarded on the game do have some sort of ability to fight the older guys who've been just getting better and better and better. So this happens in almost every game across the globe that's competitive. It's called filling the meta or recreating the meta, as they say it. But at the end of the day, it's basically lowering the skill gap. That way they don't lose players, but what ends up happening is they actually end up losing the loyal base, which was the stronger base that they were getting, and then the older base, the new older base leaves and the newer base comes in, and the game just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse. It's been happening to video games ever since video games have existed, sadly. Wolfenstein 3D is the best game ever created, indeed. All right, let's get back into the market. We talked about EA. We talked about Activision. We talked about gaming a little bit. Now let's drive right back into the stock market. NASDAQ going once again into red zone. NASDAQ breaking VWAP again for the third, fourth, fifth time today. How many ever times it is. S&P 500 also moving to the downside to VWAP at the moment. I'm expecting S&P 500 to find support at VWAP because it has done so all day. But if S&P 500 breaks VWAP and also breaks 4,000 for this time, it probably goes much further to the downside. But if S&P 500 actually breaks VWAP but holds up at 4,000, then I think the longs are still kind of in play today. I might try to think for a quick little long in front of 4,000 as I have tried to. But you know what, man? No, I'm not going to do that anymore. Double top coming in, double top bottom. So I'm thinking we break this double bottom over here. NASDAQ has been obviously a lot weaker today. XLE has come down quite a bit from its $80 highs. So XLE is your energy ETF, has come down quite a bit from its $80 highs. So I'm expecting Oxy has come down quite a bit too. Oxy touched 63.44 and is now coming back to $62. So it looks like these have come down also.
RBLX is down 25% today, guys. We have 45 million volume with average 9 million, so great volume on that name. We're also on short sell restriction mode. In case you want to learn more on that and how you can trade on SSR, let me know in the chat. I will send you another educational video. We have a lot of them. And again, if you take a look at a higher time frame, not that long time ago, on April 29th, we had a great jump to the upside. from $4 to 11. And now, guys, we can see that in pre-market, stock fell a lot, then went all the way back to the previous close, filling that gap, and then again failed a little bit, going to $3.58. Now we're actually trying, and again, if we were able to make this jump to the upside, I don't see the reason why wouldn't we be able to do the same again. And this is a 10 million free float name.
Sorry, what stock was that?
RDBX.
I was looking for RDBX, Redbox. Yeah, Redbox. You know, I've made enough fun about the stock not too long ago. I did mention, you know, if Netflix can't survive in this market, I can't expect Redbox to survive. So Redbox, we did watch it go from $8 to $11, but actually went long at $8 on that day. I do remember that trade, and eventually they're coming right back to these levels. We're expecting a higher low. You know, if as long as this low is higher than $2, maybe there's still some longs coming in for Redbox in the near future. But today, down 25%, did manage to move up, even though being down 25% quite a bit on that stock itself. So congratulations for anyone who went long off those bottoms near $2.50, risking the low of $2 for Redbox, I'm guessing, or yeah, $2 over here, risking that low. So 50-cent risk for a possible, you know, multiple dollar winner. So congratulations on that beautiful trade. RuneScape hasn't died. Okay, I'm not having that argument right now. RuneScape hasn't died. Netflix was 40 times more than Redbox. Netflix was 40x more than Redbox. Not sure what you're trying to say on that side either. Anyone touching hype stock Palantir at these levels? Palantir had a negative earnings report, if I remember correctly, and crushed to the downside, and you know, still struggling off that negative earnings report. So I'm not really sure if anyone wants to, but you know, I'm still long on Palantir for the long term. I'm still holding Palantir here, and I will be possibly looking to reload on Palantir to the downside. You know, these stocks are too destroyed currently, and maybe in the long run, you know, 5 years from now, well, I'll be back in the money and I'll be able to profit on those trades. But in the meantime, for day trades, Palantir about to take out the low a day, maybe break $7 and actually crack to the downside. Let's see if it does do that. Gives you a trade maybe to $6.90, $6.95, or you can think for a long possibility coming in front of $7 or even $6.90, $6.90, that is when I'm saying $6.90, giving you a long opportunity in front of that level for Palantir, which would basically be around the low of day from yesterday. Miss Lee, I need to go pee.
Yes, Prad, I will bring my face only because my earnings board is not loading, guys. I will work on that. Meanwhile, guys, I remind you, please like this video. It's already 12 p.m. So welcome to the lunchtime, and we have still 2,800 people watching us right now. So team, we really need the support. Smash that like button, help us get that 1K. And again, since the start of our show, I believe like daily we receive at around 1,000 likes, so it would be really nice if we break that level, and we'll increase likes target to maybe 1.2 likes at least. All right, earnings board has arrived. We have companies that are going to report earnings today after the close and tomorrow before the open. Right in the middle we have big ones. It's Disney, Beyond Meat, Rivian, Veru. We have also in here Bumble. We have Six Flags, Coupang, US Foods, Manulife Financial. So guys, write in the comments what you're the most excited for tomorrow. We have also that CYNGN. I believe it's CYN ticker. And I know that a few of you guys were trading that CYN recently. So let me just double check for you. Yes, it's that CYN. So yeah, write in the comments. We have that backed also on the board. Anyways, another exciting day, and we can take a look at CYN actually what it's doing today. So we have only 3 million volume on CYN. Meanwhile, average volume on that name is 9 million. So not really good volume, and we down more than 19%. Yeah, a big move to the downside for that one. And we're actually on the first day of SSR again, guys. I just recently sent the link for the educational video on how to trade during short sell restriction, how to short. And if you missed that link, let me know. I will send you that again. That is so beautiful. We're reporting in the morning. I can't wait to see that one. Stop console wars, indeed. I'm super excited too, because we were on our trading screens for good, what, like 2-3 weeks. So I'm super excited to see that. I also see the Disney. Obviously people want to hear about earnings. Missy, what do you think on Disney, up or down after earnings? Well, Mario C, it's a good question. I'm not sure, but I feel like maybe report will be not that good, but maybe they will bring like a good forecast. And again, I don't know how much like Disneyland actually involved into the earnings. Talking about like movies and cartoons, I think Disney doing good, but I'm not sure that the situation with Disneyland overall in the world is really great. So we will see. Anyways, whatever happens, hopefully it will bring us a great trade tomorrow, no matter to the up or to the downside. Dutch Bros, yes guys, Dutch Bros is also on that name, on that board.
BROS?
Yes.
Dutch Bros. Yeah, I remember IPO of that stock. That was a little wild. I was in complete disbelief as the coffee company was doing what it was doing for an IPO, because I never heard of Dutch Bros. You know, I've heard of Dunkin' Donuts. I've heard of you know, we all know Starbucks and so on. But I was so surprised on the IPO day where we were watching the stock do some craziness, and then you guys were telling me that Dutch Bros was pretty popular in America. So you know. Now we're watching Dutch Bros sadly come right back to the downside a little bit, almost in IPO range as well. We are in IPO day range, but you know, not right back to the IPO lows of $32. Not too far from there though. As Miss V mentioned, what is it? Earnings coming in tonight after hours for Dutch Bros, so we'll maybe keep an eye on that. To see if they move around. Something along the realm of Dutch Bros actually had earnings report today, and I know a lot of Americans love this one. It's called Krispy Kreme, baby. I love Krispy Kreme. Not too many locations in Toronto. I've actually only had Krispy Kreme once in my life, so that's how sad it is if you're a Torontonian at the moment. I think you have to travel quite a bit of a ways to get that. What is Krispy Kreme's ticker, Miss V?
Cream? No.
Crispy D-nut. Oh, donut.
Oh,
Okay, donut. Awesome.
It was easy.
Yeah, D-nut, donut. So donut today 7% up and absolutely ripping to the north side. It's a drug. Yeah, it is a drug for sure, man. When that hot fresh sign turns on, you know, that lineup is huge. So I've been there once, and I'm telling you, it's just, ooh, that lineup was big time. But I'm just glad that they had some donuts to even give us, or for us to purchase, basically. So Krispy Kreme today with a decent earnings report coming in, a good beat, and because of that, they jumped up by 7% full to the north side and are trading pretty well. We do have some barriers from all of these lows that are looking like to support, or not support, put a resistance on that stock today, which happens to be around maybe 1320, 1350. I would even go up to 1350 for donut. So let's go check on donut. Only 500,000 shares traded today, but I'm guessing the relative volume based on those 500,000 shares is around 2. Yeah, around 2. So 1.81, around 2. A little bit of a no trade if you ask me based on the volume end, but still a decent long opportunity coming in for donut, for anyone who caught the opening flush long, which happens to be around yesterday's consolidation high, $12.40, $12.50 or so. Donut. These nuts, got him. Fresh red alert, melts in your mouth. Oh man, stop making me hungry. Yeah, those donuts absolutely just melt in your mouth. You don't even have to chew on that one. I know Miss V has never had Krispy Kreme, right?
I believe once
Yeah.
they brought it into the office. I tried it. Yeah, it was before our show even. It was the day when DNOT went IPO, and we decided to get donuts. Sorry, again without you. And yeah, I didn't warm it up. That's why I was not impressed. But then I figured out that the best
No, you
way.
have to eat it right there when they're fresh hot, like
No,
right
they
there.
were like it took like 15 minutes to
Yeah,
deliver, and
yeah.
then I just ate it. I was so. But again,
No, you have to eat it right there.
I like Tim Hortons donuts.
They're nothing compared
Yeah?
to Krispy
Okay.
Kreme. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
They're Krispy Kreme is like all the way up here.
Okay.
Tim Hortons like somewhere down
I
here.
see.
Yeah, it's not even comparable.
I see. I'm more of a croissant person.
Croissant, okay. Croissant. Miss V is all bougie and French with that.
Is
with that.
Lucas back from Paris?
He went to Paris.
He went to many things.
He went to all over Europe, right?
Yes,
That's
so
right.
great. I'm jealous in a good way.
I thought he was coming May 14th,
I see.
or maybe he was back. I'm not sure.
Well, Lucas, let us know.
Yeah. Must heat it up for 10 seconds. Well, I do it for 13 seconds, because nice and auspicious number. Also, what's his Harden's number over there, 13. So I heat it up for 13 seconds. But yeah, 10 seconds doesn't hurt. French croissant. Yeah, croissant. Miss V actually brought us some croissants not too long ago. And man, those croissants were delicious.
Those are Japanese.
Japanese?
Yes,
Those
like
were
the brand
delicious.
Japanese. Someone brought MULN, saying, is it like any reason to talk about that name? But let's actually do, because we haven't talked about it for a long time. Well, MULN now below $1, and we're down more than 9%. We are on the first day of SSR, and if you take a look at the higher time frame, it's crazy. I'm not sure if it's right, but it shows on Trading View that in 2014 and 13, that name was at around $650, and now we're literally 0.86. And again, for today, average volume on MULN is more than 100 million. Today we have only 33 million, so volume is not that good for this name.
100 million average volume. Is that what it says?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. How does that stock
145 million.
How does that stock even have that much average volume? What a joke. The stock's float is like 3 million, man. Well, now the float's 17 million compared to what it used to be. And yeah, look at that, 145 million average volume. What a ridiculous number. So obviously with only 35 million traded, a relative volume of 0.51 according to Finviz. MULN relative volume over here, relative volume probably 0.93, 0.51. So still some eyes there, and actually below $1 on MULN. So did I not say watch this stock go back below $1? Not too far from those days when we were watching the stock be all crazy. So what was this, March 22nd? We're watching the stock go all crazy, and people were like, oh, the stock is way better than Tesla at one point. So I was like, okay, man, the stock's going back to $1. Be careful, don't get trapped, don't get rug pulled. And maybe this was not a rug pull. Maybe this was just a market environment just struggling to have any buyers. Who's buying a penny stock when market is absolutely struggling and people are not even looking to buy Apple and Microsoft and good companies. So maybe part of this was just the market environment, market beta dragging the MULN down, and later on it'll go back above $4 and you guys will be able to say, ha, Prad, you're an idiot, we told you so. But currently the idea is still what's playing out is just be careful when you're trading these no-name companies. Yeah, they make a car, awesome, but who's really buying these stocks at the moment when market's struggling? S&P 500 not yet in bear territory, but Nasdaq in bear territory already.
I can see that people say that Apple breaking to the downside. Netflix broke low of the day also, guys. So here we had that support at around 173. We're now broke that 173 to the downside. And let's see how low Netflix want to go today.
Yeah, Netflix looks like it was double bottoming at one point, but Netflix obviously cracking that low not too long ago and trying to extend its losses a little bit more. It could go as low as I mentioned, this 170s lows or so, when we could try along around that area. Something that got called out in chat is Novavax. So Novavax yesterday, we got beat up a little bit trying to short this stock. It was just a ridiculous upswing move on Novavax. It went from being down 20% to being up 3 or 4 or 5% on the day. So what an absolute joke of a move on Novavax. Even after claiming that they were going to sell, I believe, 2 billion vaccinations, they only sold 31 million vaccinations. Everything about that report was just bad. But Novavax said, yeah, screw you. We're going to do what we want to do, which is just fly to the moon, strap on. What just happened? Strap on booster rockets to the side of our stocks over here and just fly me to the moon. Basically, was going on over there for Novavax. Right now is the trade that upsets me even more than my yesterday's trade on Novavax, though. So I got a breakout short of $50.50, and I had my stop out. You know what? Maybe I should be upset at myself and not at Novavax, really, because I had my stop out for only a 10-cent stop. I didn't give it a more appropriate stop for maybe, you know, 15, 20, 30, 50 cents. It's a $50 stock whose spread is about 20 cents. So I should have at least given it 50 cent room to play in. So since I only gave it 10-cent room, I got stopped, and I wasn't even looking at this stock. I was looking at Oxy at that point, and missed out on a beautiful short opportunity, which would have been multiple dollars to the downside. So Novavax now back to the downside, 14%, to where yesterday, just repeating the facts, yesterday we went from being down 20% to being up 5% on this stupid stock. So I'm still upset. I'm still a little hurt. Emotionally hurt about the stock from yesterday. Why couldn't you just do this yesterday and just give us some nice scalps to the downside instead of ripping to the north side like you did? It could be shorts covering, or it could be longs thinking, oh wow, Novavax is a good buy now. So whatever it is being reversed at the moment. So right back to $40 question mark, right back to $45 question mark. We did dip under 46 to 45.77, so that could be a weak break of 46 to the downside, giving you maybe a long scalp on Novavax, giving you maybe multiple dollars on that. Let's actually take that long real quick, giving it the lower day break. If lower day does break, we'll move away from that one. So a quick little long scalp possible on that side. Occidental Petroleum coming right back to VWAP at the moment. So maybe a long opportunity on Occidental around VWAP could be something to think about. 61.50 is where I went long. My second long. My first long was on 61. My second long was on 61.50. So I'm expecting VWAP, 50 period EMA, both of them being around that same price on this way down right now. What we're looking at on Oxy, XLE is actually at VWAP currently. So XLE being at VWAP and bouncing off of VWAP could be a good trade opportunity on Occidental over here, not giving it too much risk because you're only giving it maybe about 20-30 cents to the downside for a possible return back to the upside of 63 or 63.50 or so on. Keep in mind though, we did mention that $64-$65 level on Oxy that could act as a barrier and is continuing to look like it's going to be a barrier. So noticing that, I might just pull my order on that and just leave this trade alone today completely. Let it do what it wants to do. You already saw me on my Novavax position, so let me actually go here, put on Novavax on this side of my screen. That way I can watch that position for myself. Any thoughts on ZIP? ZipRecruiter, I believe, is the stock. Let me go check if it is ZIP. No, it's not. Zip.com. No, it is ZipRecruiter. Okay, ZipRecruiter on New York. A little low on the volume end. Earnings report coming up apparently. It doesn't say if it's after market or before market, but if it was before market, obviously we would have already seen it. So I'm guessing it's after market for this report to come out on ZipRecruiter, and when that report comes out, we will gladly have to we will patiently have to wait for that report to come out and then disseminate that information. Today, very lackluster on volume. Zip only trading 300,000 shares so far. Relative volume though, wow, relative volume is actually 2, so maybe not lackluster on the volume side. It's actually doing a pretty decent amount of volume for relative to itself.
AMC keep flashing to the downside, guys. Well, actually, looks like we found bottom at 1062, and if we take a look at a higher time frame, we are at a good level currently. So hopefully, AMC will be able to rebound out of this. But the next support level I can see is at around $9. Yeah, we will find out if AMC will break the $10 to the downside. We'll try to go higher. But look at this, guys. Like high for AMC, all-time highs $72, and we got there in June in 2021, so around 1 year ago. And imagine how great it would be if you buy AMC somewhere in these levels. It's around like even like $15, I don't know, and you sell that at around $70. That would be a very profitable trade. And if you guys sold AMC out of the tops, let me know.
Yeah, AMC, man, obviously struggling at the moment. About to be, well, it is on SSR. So SSR day one for AMC, about to go. It's been down more than 10%, I'm guessing, but nice little pop up on it. Now only down 9.5% on AMC. Trying to have a bounce, as Miss V already mentioned, to the north side. But yeah, it's struggling even with the decent earnings report. Struggling even with the Spider-Man and Batman movies that were supposed to help it. And not looking good at the moment. Here comes Novavax to the downside. We did get some more shares on Novavax, but now we're looking for it to, not actually break the low a day. So let's quickly, watch the tape a little bit. No real shares are printing. It is trying to go much lower than the low a day. So we're watching this level right here, 45.90 or so. If this level actually ends up failing, which it wants to at the moment, we'll take that quick little loss of about 50 cents or so and walk away from that trade. So we're giving it that extra little wiggle room from our entry in order to let the stock play around. And just because we already saw what happened to us off the open, where we didn't let the stock play around a little bit.
As we're on Novavax currently, and I wish you all the luck with your trade, Prad. MM sent a second super chat for the day. Thank you so much, MM. I hope you're having a profitable day. And here she says, regarding Novavax, it was hedges protecting their call. Okay.
Thank you, Miss V. Where are we going to next? BWV. Let's go check out what BWV is looking like at the moment. Usually Dominic trades the stock, I believe. I don't remember seeing him in the chat today. He usually calls up the stock. 22% up today with 16 million shares traded, and trying to just trade sideways around VWAP at the moment. Not doing a whole lot. Looks like we're capping ourselves out on this position around yesterday's high. So $6.40 being a barrier at the moment on said stock BWV. Just gotta see if volume can pick back up. It is lunchtime still. We're 20 minutes into lunchtime, so we still got tons of time. What the heck? Why did I just go short on Oxy? Did I send my stop out on the wrong stock? I sent out my stop on the wrong stock and I got flipped short on Oxy. So since this is a keystroke, let's quickly get out of this one. Let's quickly get out of this trade over here. And Miss V, you want to take over so I can go manage this position real quick?
Absolutely. Someone brought SG. Just guys wanted to do some research on the company. So SG is down more than 10%. We are on SSR. Also a lot of names are on SSR, and we have 1 million volume. So let's find out what the company doing actually. You're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Sure. Meanwhile, I will do research, guys, and bring that SG to you.
Yeah, so sadly, I sent out my stop on Occidental by mistake, and I don't know how I actually got filled on it because the stock prices are different. I think I know how, because I was looking at the price of Oxy and I sent out the stop based on this, but basically I was trying to send out a stop on Novavax, which was ridiculous. So quick little loss on about 3-4 cents on Oxy off that keystroke. That's fine. I actually was tracking my keystroke since I ever started trading, and I was looking for how much money or how many keystrokes I've made. thankfully, I've only made about 42 keystrokes in 2 years, and I've only lost about, I believe, like $30-40 in total in the span of 2 years. So just goes to show, how supreme overlord gamer I am, because I can't make keystrokes. Top tier gamer as there is. If this job didn't work out, I'll probably be in esports, signed to TSM or something. Just slapping up the gaming world over there. But thankfully, I don't have to think about that, because this job is too beautiful. We love this job, and trading is just we love trading. At least said.
So that SG's
Accidental.
Sweet Green, I believe we were talking about that name for not that long time ago. Yes, average volume on SG is around 1 million, so we are right at the average volume today. And company reported earnings on May 5th. Actually, they reported quarterly same-store sales change of 35%, and also their revenue rose for quarter 1. So looks like a good report. But today we are really down, and yeah, I don't know the reason why would this happen.
I know the reason why it's down, Miss V. They sell salads. They sell nothing but salads. They're basically freshies. The stock was supposed to open at I believe way lower than where it opened at on the IPO price. And when it IPO'd at 50 some odd dollars, I was like, okay, this stock is nothing but a short. And look where it is now. Ever since it IPO'd, we're looking at the stock at $17.60, absolutely getting beat up. We know the story of this stock. We know the history. But some people in the chat, though, back when on the IPO day, they did mention that Sweet Greens was popular or something. Maybe there were some Sweet Greens around your area or something along those words. So not trying to talk too much crap about this one. The overall idea is, listen, when Formula One came to America or at least Miami last weekend, they were actually interviewing all the Formula One drivers as to what is USA for you, and everyone just said food. Everyone said burgers, barbecue, this and that, and no one actually mentioned anything else that's actually worthy to be at USA for. So when Formula One drivers like that are thinking about barbecue, beef, chicken, burgers, and everything,
make me hungry.
and everything along those words, and no one's really thinking about Sweet Greens or freshies or anything.
I love Freshie.
I've never been there.
So probably not for you.
We have one right across.
Here, yeah, but probably not for you.
Salads.
It's not salads, it's a bowl. You can add rice, quinoa
okay.
in there, and
like a taco bowl.
Kind of.
Okay, I like taco bowls.
So here we go.
Yeah, I like taco bowls. All right. But so yeah, Sweet Green today obviously down 10%, which puts it on SSR mode. And for anyone who doesn't already know what SSR is, we say this around 3 to 4 times a day just to make sure any new viewers who don't know already get to know about it. SSR means short sale restriction. You cannot short the stock by taking off the size on the bids. You have to wait on the ask for the stock to go higher in order for you to actually get your short fills on said stock. So SG, some other stocks across the board are on SSR too. For example, AMC, Coinbase, which is down 20 some odd percent today. Is it still down 20%? Coinbase, yeah, still down 22% at the moment, and finding rejection at VWAP. So maybe Coinbase VWAP rejection short, $57 short is something to think about. I'm not gonna get filled on this trade. I know that for a fact. I'm going to have to cross down over here a little bit to see if I can catch any orders. And they're going to run away from my orders as soon as I throw them. There we go. Just fill me, man. Stop going into the mid-prints. Do I have to go into the mid-prints now? Fine. I'll try to go into the mid-prints here. I'm going to sit on inverse gateways, mid-prints. There we go. Inverse gateways, mid-prints. We got the fill. That's the advantage of, working for a firm like us and knowing what gateways to use at what time and how to use them and so on. I pretty much have all my keyboards, all my keys on my keyboard coded for each different gateway and separately. I basically learned this how to do so from Neil. Neil's keyboard's way more intense than mine. But the point I'm trying to get to is, working with Day Trade the World, the direct market axis is absolutely beautiful. Instead of just constantly throwing the order on let's say Robinhood or something, I can actually pick and choose what gateway I want it to go to, what price I want it to go to, exactly what mid print I want it to go to. And since I know that they were going to battle for that short fills, at the moment they're not going to give you free fills to go short in front of Coinbase, which is already getting rejected by VWAP. You're going to have to work for a little bit. So I threw out an inverse gateway, mid print fill, and obviously as you guys see there, I got filled on 79s. We're only 5 cents away if you're looking at the bids. So if you're looking at the ask, and boom, there comes the drop for us. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot, coming down 11 cents in the money. And Novavax, which was 30 cents in the money to the upside, is now also coming down a little bit, only 10 cents in the money. So not sure why Novavax is returning for us, but thankfully Coinbase is extending its down move for us more. So let's go Coinbase. Coinbase. All right. IMPP, please check the upsides. IMPP. I'm not PP, but I'll check the stock for IMPP. IMPP today. Trying to do what its partner in crime, you know, the other stocks of the same realm, which is your Occidental and XLE in general, your energy ETF are trying to do. So IMPP 8% up, but a little low on volume, and I'm expecting 7 million shares for a stock that is now back under $1. Relative volume is only 0.8, so absolutely nothing exciting coming in for that one. And I'm just gonna have to throw my stop out over here for Novavax, which actually might end up clicking in, sadly, so can't do anything about that one. Novavax stop is sent out, and we're now looking at Coinbase. So Coinbase coming into the money, 60 cents in the money. So let's take our first profit target for Coinbase. Let's see if they even give us the fill for that. No fill yet. Come on, just give me the fill. Papi, just give me the fill.
Poppy?
Yeah, Papi, like, not puppy, like Papi, P-A-P-I. Like
yes, I do.
Spanish Papi. Yeah.
Anyways, while you do so, Dominic Famularo actually joined us on the chat. I know that Dominic is busy today, but thank you so much for coming and saying hi. Dominic says that he's listening while driving. BWV is a beast. I'm green and my stocks all swing till tomorrow. Dominic Fam, I wish you all the luck with your swings. Hope they will work out for you. And absolutely, let's take a look at that BWV. Not long time ago, that name also got to our eyes. We have 17 million volume. We're up 23%. And let's see average volume on that name on BWV. So average volume is 2 million. Today we have 17 million. So a great day for BWV.
Yeah, BWV. As someone in the chat mentioned that name, I immediately just thought of the homie Dominic Famularo. Hey, no driving and texting, man. Come on, you're gonna get pulled over, you're gonna get a ticket, and then you're gonna tell me that it's my fault after. I don't want to get blamed for that. So be careful. You know, don't get into an accident. We like seeing your messages, but more importantly, we love seeing your super chats. So thank you, Dominic, for all the all the support.
Yeah, we need super chats, so please stay safe, right?
Thank you for all the super chats that you've donated to us so far, but don't end up in a car accident and stop donating to us. So stay alive, stay safe. But what is not staying alive and not staying safe in this market turning red right now. S&P 500 just now broke to the downside below 4,000. So S&P 500 in red territories. Nasdaq, which has been red for the most part, extending its losses. Nasdaq now down 1%. We got stopped out of for Novavax, so we're not going to try that trade one more time unless it shows me that 45 is going to be the bottom after creating a weak break of 45 or something. So we're going to let go of that trade. Occidental also is coming down a little bit. XLE, the energy ETF, broke $80, but not really showing us buyers above 80. So XLE is now at 79. So XLE coming down is bad for IMPP, is bad for Occidental, is bad for any other stocks in that realm, which is CVX on New York. This is Chevron, CVX. So Chevron also up on the day, but pretty much following its partner, which is Oxy. A little bit less inclined than Oxy to the upside, because obviously Oxy has a catalyst, which is earnings report. So Chevron just following following its partner over there to the north side, and following the overall ETF to the north side, but now doing the same thing, which is coming to the downside by following the said same ETF.
Prad AFI halted, and I see a lot of people talk about that. We have average volume less than 1 million, and today we have 52 million on AFI, Armstrong, flooring, and it says that we're supposed to reopen at 0.61. We halted at around 0.49, so looks like hold to the upside, and we should
0.49?
0.50?
No, we halted at 0.61.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you see that?
On the time of sales. So on time of sales, you see the last
first
price.
It's where we hold. So we're supposed to open exactly at the same price where we hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're up more than 300%.
That's correct. Up 300%. What? I don't even see that. Oh, there we go. Now I see it. So yeah, now I actually see the chart. Before the chart didn't even load. So 300%. Wow, big move on AFI. Volume actually ramping up a little bit going into the half an hour into lunchtime over here. So volume rise coming in for a penny stock, and obviously volatility halt. And let's see how much higher can we go. Looks like we were not too long ago above $1. We were actually around $1.60 or so for AFI. But this move right now, I think we can go see it to jump up to $1. Bankruptcy protection for AFI. Okay, so maybe that was 2 days ago. So that's what caused it to crater, I'm guessing. 2 days ago on AFI bankruptcy protection, AFI Chapter 11 says Playmaker. Neil came in and helped us out on that side too. So thank you, Neil. May 11th bottom. May 11,000 bottom. Nasdaq. Question mark. Yeah, I think Nasdaq could go to 11K, 10K. S&P 500 could go to 3K. So yeah, could go down a little bit more. How much percentage that S&P 500 has to go down to be into a bear territory, which is 20%. I meant to say how much price. What does the price have to be for it to go down 20%? So let's just draw that out right now. For market to go to 20% from all-time highs, we have to drop about 3,831 on the S&P 500 futures. So once the S&P 500 futures hit 3,830, S&P 500 will be in bear territory, and we're not too far from there. We're at 3,988 right now, so not too far, about 100 points to the downside, and S&P 500 will be in bear zone. Nasdaq already has been in bear zone for a while. They have been waking up out of hibernation. It's summertime. It's no longer winter. Winter is no longer coming. Game of Thrones is over. It is time to wake up out of your hibernation slumber, especially if you're a bear. Time to make money. I always say how I'm a bear trader. I like being short and so on. It's time to make money right now. 27% down from all-time high on Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, which was 24% 2 days ago, obviously is going to be a little bit more than that if we're much lower now. S&P 500 down 0.13% today. Nasdaq down 1.19% today. And surprisingly enough, I have these two lines drawn out on S&P 500 based off of yesterday's move, and looks like we're actually finding some key area around those levels. 39.90 basically is what that line is at.
Guys, I'm a little bit upset because Tesla now working the direction I wish it would work like around 30 minutes ago for me. So here's my trade. I got short in Tesla at 776, but down my stop loss got me out. And look where we're now, exactly where I was supposed to see that name. Again, even though it's a losing trade for me, there are some positive sides of that. First of all, I was sure about this level. Like when we broke this 779 to the downside and then saw that like we have some strength to go lower, I went short, and I was expecting for around like to at least 770, or even better, like if we would break that 770 to the downside. But then Tesla decided to go a little bit higher, and now that short works perfectly. But we are already not in there, so it's okay. I will let it go. And the second positive moment is that I did have my stop loss, and it helped me to minimize my loss on that trade. But again, it would be a nice short trade.
Yeah, nice short trade on Tesla over there. Market might just go back to the downside, sadly. So be careful for any longs. S&P 500 still flirting with positive and negative at the same time. I did get back into Novavax because Novavax seems to has created another possible low of day. So risking that low over there. We're risking that low a day break and trying to get some size closer to my exit at the moment. So let's see if we can get a fill. Come on, dude. Stop running away from my orders. You guys suck. Just give me a fill. Obviously, if you're not getting filled, it's probably because you're in the right direction of the trade. No one wants to give you free money at the end, and that's the idea. But that doesn't mean every time you throw order, you don't get filled. You just start chasing that order behind it, right? You gotta have a thesis. You gotta have an idea. You gotta know when you're wrong on the trade. I know when I'm wrong. There we go. Instantly got filled to the downside a little bit, but we know exactly where our exit's gonna be. This is gonna be my third and final shot on Novavax today. If I lose on this shot, I am done trading Novavax completely. You know, it didn't work for us yesterday. It didn't work for us today, and we're just gonna have to let the stock, you know, go to the ground for us and not have to worry about it. Here we go. It's coming down to pretty much to our stop right now while we're talking about it. Almost like we're being hunted over here. So just gonna have to be patient. Let the stock do what it wants to do. I have my stop sent out, and we're gonna get stopped out right now. So Novavax still breaking lows and not really, you know, holding up at any point. The stock has been struggling quite a bit. Why did my stop not go through? Oh, that's because my stop was only for half my size. That makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense.
AFI is ripping Prad. We're now up almost 400%. And again, we opened out of the hold, dips just a little bit before the rip to the upside. And again, high of the day, we broke 0.70 cents to the upside. Let's see what this name is going to do right now.
AFI, yeah, AFI, which was halted not too long ago, opened up and now ripping at the moment. So opened up exactly where it halted. Looks like it pushed down a little bit off that halt, but instantly moving right back to the north side. Look at that volume candle, big volume candle coming in. Looks like that was about 7 million shares traded. You know, it is a penny stock, so 7 million shares traded in a 5-minute candle does not surprise me at all. Tons of volume coming in, tons of relative volume coming in overall on AFI. So penny stock trying to get back above $1 at the moment. 2 days ago, they did have that the Chapter 11 filing, as someone a few playmaker mentioned in the chat. AFI, who that is? AFI.
Construction supplies and fixtures. Armstrong Flooring.
Institutional buyers selling at their best. Market trying to stay positive, and by market I'm talking about S&P 500. We did break 4,000 to the downside, but it's trying its best to stay positive at the moment. You know, it's struggling though. If 4,000 does not manage to get back above 4,000, then I think the shorts are in play for futures. Obviously, currently we're looking at a rejection coming in at these levels. So let me just actually go over here on futures, MES/M22CM, and see if I can take a quick little. I'll throw out an order. Let's do that right there. See if we can get short on the S&P 500 futures. Actually, I don't know what I want to do anymore. I really don't know what I want to do with futures, so we're just going to leave it alone for a little bit. I have no idea where I'm wrong in case futures do rip north. I mean, I do know I don't want to hold it past 4,000, but I also don't want it to get rejected from VWAP and then complain about, oh, I could have held it to VWAP. So that being said, I could just wait for VWAP to come into play on the future short, or I could just wait for the high day to come in. We do know 40.50 is the high day, 40.60 another level not too far from 40.50. I could easily just be patient and you know, wait for those levels to come into play instead of taking a random shot over here just because you know, I want to be in a trade. This market is crazy, so good for trading. Yeah, market is indeed frothy. Very fun opportunities coming across the board, no matter where you're looking at. Earnings plays, maybe even some low floats, and you know, every stock around the world is just giving you opportunities at the moment. Let's actually go see what Apple is doing currently. Apple trying to do what? Apple is at 150. which is basically a lower day. Apple down 2% right now, and Microsoft is doing what? Microsoft also near lower days, near 264, 265 currently, but lower day 264s or so, trying to bounce from that, and that's why market might try to rip right back through 4K. If market breaks 151, not market, if Apple breaks 151 to the downside and we go to 150 today, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be bad. You think Apple breaks 151 today? Hey, you think Apple breaks 151 today? The level's 150. That's correct. The level is indeed 150. That is where I am long on my own account. So if the Apple does go back there, I get out for a break-even trade, right? That's basically how most traders do it. You just get out for break-even.
You will?
No, that's how most traders do it, though. You know, they'll hold stocks. At least some of my friends who did go long on I guess AMD or whatever, and now that they're watching, they held AMD in the money with them for about $40 in the money, same as I did, right? And then they watched AMD go back to 100, then they held AMD for $15 in the money, the same as I did. But now that AMD's in the negative, they're saying, oh man, I'm gonna get out of my AMD as soon as it gets back to 100 because this looks bad, and they're freaking out. And I'm just like, all right, I'll just take your shares whenever you're selling them, because you know, I like the company for the long run. I like it for the future. If I like the stock at 100, I love the stock at 50, and I am infatuated with the stock at $10, and at $0, I'm mortgaging my parents' house.
Yeah, for
right?
sure,
So nothing's stopping me from going long on AMD.
Anyways, like I feel like both strategies are kind of correct. You anytime you can like sell the stock and then just re-enter the other direction, or just add to your position. So there is no really like wrong or right way. Just guess how you feel. But again, I put in Bitcoin and I just like doing nothing, waiting for it to do something, and now like it actually does, but not the same direction I really wish it would do. But that's the thing, like if you believe that we're not talking about like a month, we don't talk about like a half a year, we talk about like really long-term holders, yeah, we will see.
Yeah, right now, market indeed going red. So S&P 500 down to 2.2%. NASDAQ. So that short idea in front of 4K, I should have had that. Obviously, I battled that trade a little bit in my own head, and I didn't end up taking it. Apple right now battling the lower day also near 151. Apple's lower day is 150.96, but it's trying to hold up in front of 150. Here's Apple. I'm short Apple right now, so let's go quick short into Apple, and if Apple gets back above 151 and actually stays above 151, then we get out of that one for a quick little loss. You know, we're just trying to play the market beta. It looks like it wants to slightly battle 151 a little bit more. We're currently only 20 cents out of the money, so not too worried about that one. But look at the buying coming in across the board for Apple. What's Microsoft doing? Microsoft also trying to head to the downside. So now the new lower day on Apple seems to be at 151.90. Once again, we're back below 151. Do we get back above 151 is the question. And we do so, but we're struggling to do so and actually stay above it. But, you know, still buying coming in. There we go. Let's actually filter the tape for 500 shares or more so we can see where actually the big boy orders are. So here are the big boy orders. Dark pool orders sell 2,000 lots. Some of the mid prints over here. Now we're going down a little bit, maybe market pushing a little bit more to the downside. So here we go. Our shorts still out of the money, but not too far out of the money. So just watching this patiently. I'm also going to do this real quick. That way, in case it does rip against me, I don't have to be in this trade and get burnt on that rip, because you know Apple rips are nasty. So let me just throw that out there. Bang, bang. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. That would have been ugly. Oh yeah, that would have been ugly. There, I have my stop sent out. I'm in my trade. Coinbase, $2 in the money. What the? Wow, we were king in the castle. I'm on my chair. Wow, we were. Let's go. $2 in the money on Coinbase. Killing that short right now. Apple still flirting with my short at the moment. S&P 500 crushing to the downside and turning red. NASDAQ has been red for the most part and getting ready to go see if it wants to play with the lower day. So Apple, we did give it our wiggle room on Apple for the short. I do have my stop sent out. I could easily get stopped out on this trade, and maybe I flip long after getting stopped out. I don't know if that's an idea on Apple. I don't know if I want to do that, or maybe I just take the loss on that trade and just move on from it if it does break. Anyways, what is going on? Come on, just die. Go down. Market wants to go down. Apple, why do you want to stay up at the moment? Microsoft also trying to hold up at the lower day, though, sadly. So my trade might just be bad. Who knows? We'll just have to wait to see. Only time will tell.
Tesla going to day lows also. The low of the day is 767. We're now at 771. If you break that 770 to the downside, I don't see the reason we don't touch that low of the day. And might be also a good opportunity for some long trades. Again, guys, idea behind was right, but maybe wrong timing in here. And the trade that could be profitable turned negative on me. But anyways, hopefully more opportunities will come. On Tesla.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of selling, but it's holding, says Luca. So Luca just throwing out some anecdotes out there for myself, maybe, and maybe just thinking out loud. So we're all watching the same thing at the end of the day. Everyone wants to see Apple go to 150 so everyone can get long at 150, or probably get burnt off of getting long at 150 first, and then watch your trade just rip in their direction for you. So everyone wants to do the same thing at the moment. I did throw out a new stop on Apple and to flip me long in case it does manage to hold the bottoms over here the way it is, and we can instantly have another trade long all the way back to 153 or whatever on Apple. So let's see if that is something that we can get going for us. Right now, we're just waiting for a bunch of trades to work. Where we're going to really mad about the plays that I have not made today. Don't be, it's okay that you can it's fine. That's what I'm trying to get to. There's no point in being mad at yourself for not taking those trades. Obviously, it's a missed opportunity, but it could have been worse for you, and that's just how it goes sometimes. Apple 150 incoming. Everyone's getting ready for it, man. Everyone's geared up for it, geared up and ready. Pistols are locked and loaded at the moment. Everyone's is getting their gunslinging action ready at the moment. So 150, if it does actually manage to get down there, which it doesn't seem like it wants to. Look at the buying coming in on Apple. We're watching Microsoft on this screen. So let's go over to Apple. There is selling coming in, but there's also buying coming in. They don't want the stock to drop. They don't want us to win. They don't want us to fail. They just want us to all get washed up and just end up broke at the moment. So let's see what happens. We are $2.20 in the money on Coinbase, but sadly I don't have any more shares to take out. So I'm just going to hold my last few shares over here for a possible bigger move to the downside. Apple now flip long. So let's go to the moon. We go now. Apple ripping. S&P 500 holding off that line that I have drawn from yesterday. So looks like this might just rip at the moment. If Apple can come down a little bit more, I would like to take more shares long on this one. Let me just throw out some orders to the downside. That way, if it does come back down, I get a little bit more long. That way, we know exactly where our stop is to the downside. Now, our stop is 150.82 on the downside if Apple does manage to go to the downside once again. So let's see what happens here. S&P 500 with a beautiful move off that trend line that I have drawn. I don't even know if I'm, look at this consolidation right there yesterday, and then the consolidation breaking out and going higher, and then we started bouncing off that consolidation. So basically that same idea once again for Apple is that line helping out, or that range high helping us out, not go too much far to the downside on the future side. So here, where's Apple now? Apple trying to get back under 151 at the moment, and we are long right now, trying to risk it to the lower day. And if lower day breaks one more time, I might just have to get flipped back short. That'll be basically my 3 trades of the day on Apple. All 3 trades basically did not work out, and we'll just walk away from that. So right now we are long, and we'll get ready to flip short once that breaks to the downside. Also taking some more size. Come on, give me a little bit more size. There we go. Give me a little bit more size. More size, more size. Awesome. And now let me just throw out my order. Awesome. We need some content. Oh, AMC down to $10. Yeah, AMC, man, what a disaster for this one after earnings report. So AMC continuing to go even more to the downside today. Low a day is basically where we were at. But if 1050 holds, maybe we get some nice long scalps on AMD off of that one. I think I'm just waiting for the $10 level at this point. Nice and even dollar level AMC on 10. We'll see if it does manage to go there. Only 50 cents out from there, so maybe a possible long opportunity coming in. I'm not really seeing size on the bids too much. I mean, yeah, there's about a 70,000 shares sitting there on the bids, but that's not a lot of size for AMD. So it could easily. It could easily just get held up, go through that size is what I'm trying to say on AMC. Sorry, AMC, not AMD. Looks like Apple stopped me but didn't flip me short. What the heck? How does that even happen? It stopped me out but it didn't flip me short. So in that case, we just get back in ourselves manually and we try to work this trade for us out. Look at that size on the bids. Oh my goodness, that size got smacked. Oh, we're not on the right screen. So that size got smacked on the bids just now. I might have been thinking about adding to the downside here. Futures might go straight back to the downside. S&P 500 is still negative, even though after having that nice little small bounce that we saw not too long ago. Come on, Apple. Either figure out if you want to go to 150 or figure out if you want to go back to VWAP. Stop burning people over here by absolutely debating people. They're dangling a carrot in front of everyone's faces and everyone's just biting the carrot, eating the cookie. Whatever the analogy that can be said is happening right now. I'm adding a little bit more to my Apple short here because I wanted to take it to 150 or so. They didn't give me some size, so whatever. They didn't give me orders, so we'll start taking profits. Actually, Apple not too far from 150. We took some quick little failed trades, failed longs, I guess, and a failed short. But thankfully, those were so tight stopped that we don't have to worry about those losses, and we can make it all back with the short right now and make some more back at a 150 long, possible long opportunity at 150. So just making sure that we don't end up with some size short just in case this flip around to the long side happens right now. Market crushing to the downside. NASDAQ falling, S&P 500 not yet crushing, only down about 0.5%, but also could extend those losses more and more. Coinbase now $2.50 in the money, almost back to low a day on Coinbase. So let's see where Coinbase wants to go. 30 cents in the money on Apple. Ms. V, you mind taking over?
Yes, I wanted to bring AMD up. I can see that a lot of people talk about that name on the chat, and actually JA called AMT Beauty King. Well, that's right, because as Prad mentioned a second ago, markets are going lower, but AMD shows some strength actually, guys, and we are still positive on the day, 2.5% to the upside, and we're sitting on that VWAP. It's trying to break it to the downside, but let's see if we will have more buyers around this 90 level, and if it will help AMD to hold this levels. Meanwhile, let's take a look if Tesla dipped more and broke their lows. Yes, it did. Tesla is now at $765. Crazy. It would be such a nice short, but again, it was wrong timing for me to get in, so it's okay. We still have 2 more days in this trading day. Apple catching a falling knife. Yeah, Apple definitely going lower, I believe, Prad, or what?
Oh yeah, Apple going lower indeed. Apple's 30 cents in the money right now. So basically, we're whatever losses we incurred on those quick little trades we made, we're already up on that stock already. XLE, someone mentioned energy's going up. Energy was going up, but now has come down quite a bit. So energy not going up still, but yeah, we are watching XLE without a doubt. We did trade Oxy today. Oxy coming right back to 60-50 areas, well below where I was actually long on that trade. So near the 50-100 period EMA. I'm gonna take this long over here on Oxy, risking about 10 cents to the downside. Not too much risk to the downside for me for a possible reward of back through VWAP and so on. So a nice little long opportunity that Oxy is presenting me right now. Coinbase still crushing to the downside. Let's go. Number one stock for me on the day is Oxy, but Coinbase could easily take over that stock for me. So let's see. Coinbase actually looks like it wants to stop trading around here. So we're gonna take that trade off there. Double bottom for Coinbase, already down 25%. I'm not expecting a bigger down move coming in for Coinbase, obviously. So that's why we're gonna just take our profits. We know what our target is, and we're taking our target. Apple now only 30 cents in the money. So I don't know if it's only or not, but we're making money. That's the point, and we're happy doing so. So 40 cents in the money right now on Apple. Let's take out some more size to the downside. Let's go, baby. Racking up those paychecks, coming in with those Apple shorts at the moment. Gotta love it. Gotta love being able to getting such opportunities during the midday. It's very rare that these opportunities show up during the midday, and they only show up during the morning or during the closing show. So thank you, Stonk Market, for giving me that opportunity at the moment.
That's right, and guys, literally 4 minutes left until we hit 1 p.m. So please, time for another like o'clock. If you didn't like this video yet, please do so. We need now 400 more like to our 1K likes. And again, let's be consistent. It's key to success. And you know that we get the 1K likes every day. So we would appreciate if you help us to get it today again.
God damn it. XLE AM. So Apple, here comes Apple to the downside, 150 about to break. We're gonna take out our profits over here. We're gonna hold on to this. We're gonna try building a long over here in 150. That's the idea. We're going to try building a long into 150. If 150 breaks, obviously we don't want to be holding it. Right now we're long 105.07. It is crazy watching Apple coming down to 150, man. What a bad market, but what a beautiful time to be a day trader. What a fun time to be a day trader. Looks like Apple might try to break 150 right now. There is no size. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was a nasty break. Does it actually extend even more to the downside off that break for Apple? There was some size there. Thankfully I was quick enough to actually punch out and actually get out on 150, so I didn't actually even take that loss too much. My fill was 150. Let me actually go confirm if it was. Wow, Apple. Going to the downside. This market's done for. Say goodnight to your portfolio. Say goodnight to any stock that you haven't closed yet on your own personal account, because everything is done for at this moment. Apple going below 150 is not a good thing for the market at all. Occidental also going to the downside over there for me, so that's kind of burning me at the moment. Let's see. We're going to hold that. So here's Apple that did try to go down to 149.56. If there's any longs coming in on Apple, it should be around this price right now. Having that break happen already, the break should have extended maybe a little bit more. I'm just trying to debate myself if I want these prices for a long on Apple. So we are going to debate ourselves and convince ourselves enough to take that long on Apple here. Let's see if we can work with it a little bit more. I want a lot more size, obviously. So the size I have, I am not happy with. And I want a lot more. On the run back through 151 though, can I get some is the question. Are you gonna tap 91? You did tap 91, so can you break through 151? Oh, sorry, 150 is the question. Let's see if we can do so. It's gonna be hard for me to look at other stocks at the moment, guys. We have to, I have to watch Apple at the moment. So if you guys are throwing any stocks in there, I'm sorry that I can't take a look at them at the moment. Sorry about that.
Someone says that AMD strong. Well, I just was talking about AMD, but let's see if situation changed anyhow. Yes, AMD still trying to hold that VWAP level. Yeah, hopefully it will work for AMD, because nice to see at least some names doing great on the day. And you guys can keep sending names on the chat. I would really appreciate that. Dump Apple, Papa Boy says. Well, we'll see what's happening with Apple. For now, if you have any other names you would love to talk about or to take a look at, you're more than welcome. Send them on the chat.
So it looks like it wants to go back down. Sadly, I do have some shares over here for the long, but it does not look good at the moment. The market's still crushing to the downside. S&P 500 extending its losses a little bit more. Nasdaq also extending its losses, going down. Oh, what? Okay, are you gonna wake up right now? Some good buying came in just there. Man, this is gonna be a little battle, obviously, because 150 is such a significant level on Apple. So it's gonna be a little bit of a battle. They're not gonna give away free money for this level, so they're gonna obviously burn some people, maybe trade sideways around here a little bit, and then pop up to VWAP later on in the day. But yeah, this is so bad at the moment. Just be careful for anyone who's involved. You don't want to be holding your long much longer than you want to. You know your exit, know where your out is, and take that out in case that out is presenting itself to you. Don't let your greed and your hopes to make more money than you already had on said trade stop you from taking that exit at a point where you should be taking the exit. So here comes Apple, still flirting with those same levels at the moment, those 70s, 60s, 80s, and 90s cents ranges. So let's see if we can actually break out past that to the north side or break down past that to the short side. 150 no longer in play for Apple. I mean, a level in play, but 150 cracking is such a bad thing. Volume from nowhere. I don't think it's from nowhere. Obviously it's lunchtime coming to an end, significant level. There's going to be a ton of stops at that level that are probably getting triggered. The flush down you saw right off that level was potentially stops getting blown out and getting pushed off the trade. Whoever was long or whoever was short getting absolutely pushed off their trade on that side. So that's that's kind of what we might have what we have seen just now is my idea. Look at that size on the ask right now. So they want to push the stock much lower, maybe, because people are trying to stuff the stock down at the moment. What else is being stuffed down is Oxy. We're 47 cents out of the money. We do know our out, which is basically the break of 60 to the downside, would be pre-market lows, pre-market highs. So if that level does break, we will be out of that trade for sure, completely. So right now we're just working with two longs, while the market is absolutely not in the long direction at all. Market obviously in the opposite direction of long.
So there are some questions why AMD is strong. So according guys to Icon, this news related to Meta platforms is the catalyst for AMD to be so strong today. So AMD enables 4G and 5G radio access network solutions to support Meta connectivity Even Star program. And here we can see that bus sources and devices on tie-up with Meta for mobile internet infrastructure program. So basically those are the latest news that are keeping AMD strong. And maybe we can take a look at Facebook also, as we mentioned, Meta platforms. Well, Facebook is not doing really great. We are down more than 3%, almost 4%, along with the QQQ and the rest of the market. But AMD is a very strong name today. Look, guys, we still look what other names do. AMD still sits on that VWAP. Well, we broke a little bit, but trying as hard as it can, still up around 2% on the day.
Wow, this is not looking good. Apple now 50 cents out of the money, trying to burn me over here on my longs. Obviously, I should be out of this trade. Why am I still holding it? Because I'm trying to work with it more than I need to. Come on, Apple. We should just be taking this loss on this one and walking away with this one. Apple now 60 cents out of the money and trying to not actually hold up at 150, 140. Mike, I'm just gonna have to give it a little bit more wiggle room, just in case. What is the lows that we can find on Apple? 150 not holding is so bad. What could be the next low after that? And if I can't hold it to that next low, then obviously I'm getting out of this one right away. So Apple struggling at the moment. We are 60 cents out of the money, and I didn't really hold to my stop. I should have held to my stop right now, and debating. Let's see if there's any buying coming in at these levels. Are you seriously have no buying coming in on Apple? That is ridiculous. 150 not holding, and we're just gonna be out of this one over here. Apple, man, worst stock of the day for me now, going from, you know, decently enough of a stock to being the worst stock of the day. Thankfully, we still have tons of wiggle room in the day for me to make it back on Apple or any other stock across the market. But right now, look at this move. That short on Apple from 150, a beautiful short in front of 150 on Apple. Just upsetting, very upsetting. Is it actually going to hold up at 149? Is 148.93 going to be the low of the day? If 149.93 is going to be the low of the day, I'm going to be very upset at this stock at the moment. So take a quick little long again. This would be you know, small size long compared to our previous long. It looks like it wants to move up a little bit. I'm not giving it too much further than my stop this time, like I did last time. You know, let it blow past my risk like I did over there. So this time, if it does go back below 148.93, we're instantly getting out of this one. We're not holding it at all. Miss V?
Yeah, I'm still keeping an eye on AMD. AMD actually now trying to break this support level of $90. Let's see if we will break that 90 or we'll hold. But again, if as I can see, and AMD is strong today, if some positivity comes into the market, I feel like AMD will be the one who go back higher. So let's see, guys, what will happen. And Rivian will continue to fall at earnings later. So yes, Rivian is going to report earnings after the close today, and let's see how's that name doing right now. So Rivian is down more than 9% on the day. Yeah, crazy drop. Me no like it when this happens into the earnings. And we can take a look at the higher time frame on AMD to on Rivian to see some potential levels. I'll take 5 years, year to date. Okay, let's go for 5 days chart. Yeah, so I believe Rivian currently is at all-time low. IPO went at around $100, and we are now at all-time lows at $20.56, which means we can go lower and lower on that Rivian. It's back to you.
Back to me. All right. So where we're going to right now, Apple trying to go back above 154 one more time. Really, Apple. It did dip up as low as 148.50. Instantly stopped me out. Thankfully, the order execution types we have over here are too good for us, so I didn't take too much of a hit. I might just have to just stop looking at the stock, because obviously we turned this one into a pretty big negative stock on the day for today. Well, not like too big. We're still alive. We're not shut down. We can still trade. We can still make money. We can still look for opportunities. So I think this is going to be an opportunity that I'm going to miss out right now, though, because this is probably going to be the longs that I need to be a part of in order to work for Apple, to work for me, that is. So 148.50 being the low a day now, coming in as the bottom. I think that those are the longs right here if they come in. But, you know, I'm going to walk away from this one. I already have my Occidental trade that I'm trying to work with. I'm going to be managing that trade at the moment. I think Occidental trade is a lot easier and a lot more guaranteed for me, at least at the moment, and I can work with that one a little bit more and you know, bring it back with that one at the moment, is what I'm trying to say. Work for Apple, like work for it, I mean, is like work for the execution, work for the entry over here. Palantir at $69 or $6.90. Palantir 69. Let's go check out 69 support. I'm not sure why you picked that number. Oh, probably because it went lower than $7 to 69 a couple days ago. Yeah, exactly it. So yesterday it dropped to $6.92. Today we're pretty much right next to that level. Is there any big orders at $6.92 on Palantir on the way down? And I'm actually not seeing that. I'm not seeing any size, so you know, maybe support can come in over here at 692 because it was around there yesterday, and we can get back above 690. So there could be a possible trade here for sure on Palantir. I don't hate that idea at all. BWV halted. BWV apparently halted. Let's go check out this one. BWV halted at $5.70, and apparently it wants to open 2 cents under the halt price. So BWV, let's see where this one opens up at whenever it does. Gladly talk about it. Ooh, nasty little drop coming in on that position. Don't like that one. Maybe Dominic Famularo closed this $1 million position, and that's why it dropped like that. Had some news 10 minutes ago. Ooh, it had some news 10 minutes ago. So yeah, obviously some news will move that position. Apple actually moving around to the positive direction for sure now, because NASDAQ getting ready to go up and S&P 500 also getting ready to go up a little bit. So Apple, most likely the longs for Apple are in front of 149. So there we go. Apple getting ready to heat up a little bit. Does Apple actually manage to get above 150 and all the way above 150 to 153? And now officially Apple is in the negative zone for me in my long-term account. So 0 green stocks in my long-term account now. Thank you, Apple, which was the only positive stock, is now officially
AMD?
What about AMD?
No, you said the only positive stock is now
It's Apple. Apple's my only positive stock.
On a long-term portfolio?
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Goldman sucks.
They are the one who are robbing me. I'm sure it's their algorithms that are winning every day, not us. SQQQ intraday top on SQQQ. I get it. It's the same as QQQ being at the lower day. So intraday top for SQQQ is the same as the lower day for QQQ. So it makes sense. $57 for SQ, 5% on the positive side for SQs, whereas Nasdaq down about 1.89. So obviously SQs are the short direction ETF for the Qs. So every time the Qs go down, SQs go up. Every time the Qs go up, SQs go down, and vice versa. The lunchtime has officially come to an end. It is now 1 o'clock and 12 minutes past 1 o'clock. So lunchtime has come to an end. Market looking like it wants to have a tiny bounce or maybe a major bounce. We don't know. Only time will tell. We got about 80 minutes or so. 80 minutes. We got about 40 minutes or so left in Market Movers, so make sure you're hitting that little thumbs up button down there for the beautiful Miss V and for myself.
Thank you for bringing it up. Like a like button really so underrated today.
Oh,
we
wow.
need more likes, guys. We're now at only 650. So team, please remind you, likes are absolutely free for you, but means a lot to us and for the show. So please be kind and go smash it right now.
Thank you. Yeah, Miss V, as Miss V mentioned, smash that like button. Only 600. Get that number up to 1K, baby. That's right. What if S&P 500 goes to 3,000? Well, S&P 500 at that point goes to 3,000. Maybe trades below 3,000 to 2,900. If it breaks 2,900, goes to 2,800. You know, I don't know the future, my friend. If S&P 500 goes to 3,000, obviously the market's gonna be horrible. The market's gonna be in big-time bear territory because S&P 500 is only about 100 points away from being 20% down from all-time highs. Only 100 points away. That's not a lot of distance from where we are currently. So anything is possible. Markets can go much more further to the downside. Markets can go right back to the all-time highs too. But realistically, what variables are there in the market for the market to go back to all-time highs? I don't see any variable that is yet to come out and help the market. CPI numbers came out today, didn't help the market. What else came out? We know inflation numbers are hurting the stock market. We know everything else around the world is hurting the stock market. The Russia-Ukraine conflict over there, China COVID virus in China resurfacing is hurting the stock market too. So there is no real good news coming from anywhere. So what is exactly going to help the market go back to all-time highs? I don't see a valid reason. A miracle. I don't see a valid reason. So based on that, there's only one other direction that I can think of. Well, two other directions that I can think of: barcode kangaroo market and absolute bear market to the downside to 3K, S&P 500 to 10K, Nasdaq. You know, so anything is possible at that point.
Great stuff, Prad. And here, Legacy Adventure says, I'm new to channel. Where can I see their size on their trades? First of all, Legacy, welcome to the community. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Catch us live every day from 8:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. Eastern. And again, guys, everybody, please make sure you're a subscriber. This number is moving, and we now need only 3,000 more subscribers to become 300,000 subscribers community. I'm super excited for that, and if you guys watch us without logging into YouTube, please do so. We would really appreciate that. And coming back to your question, so we show P&L per share. We don't really show share size because it doesn't really matter. What matters really is your entrance and your exit. And again, we show P&L per share. On Prad's screen, you can see it in the left bottom corner. And for guys, we have position board, and soon Prad and me will be moving to another desk where we will also have position board. So hopefully, guys, this will be more convenient for you. What's funny?
I have to share this picture that Luca shared with us in our work chat. It's basically the face of the market at the moment. So this is the curly hair of the market. You know, the market didn't take a shower. It's nasty. It's raggedy. It's horrible looking. And then this is the face of the market. Look at it. Sad face.
That was me when they shut water down in my building.
Yeah, shut water down in the building. Yes. Was that like a pipe burst or something? What was
like
that?
Yes, like water line. Like something happened that the whole parking was flooded. And it happened like they didn't give a notice or anything. Like it just happened over the night, and in the morning there was no water. And then like we already called the technician, so we will see when we will able to fix it.
So you have to take a shower in your gym.
In my like neighborhood gym. Yeah,
like the Good Life or something?
No, I don't remember how it's called. It's like distillery district.
Was everyone in your building just going there to take a shower?
I didn't see anyone. Maybe they just refrained.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just took cold
Didn't take showers?
I don't know.
Oh, cold showers. Cold showers are good. I do cold showers.
I just can't. Honestly,
no,
it might
hard.
sound weird. Like, oh, come on, like just take a cold shower.
No,
but
it's
I just
pretty
can't.
hard.
For hair especially.
Right.
If you wash your head, like it's bad.
You wash your hair every day?
So today was the day I am supposed to wash my hair. That's why it was like principle for me to wash my hair because I'm going on the camera. So guys, if you like how my hair look, please smash the like button.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Woke up like this. She woke up like this.
Woke up like
flawless.
This. Right.
What is flawless right now for me is Occidental. Occidental shooting up to the moon for me. Let's go, baby. Making some money for me on this stock. 25 cents in the money. We have a ton of size on this trade. So let's start thinking about covering some profits. Let's go Occidental. What we lost on Apple today, we're up on Oxy. So pretty much, as I mentioned, you know, I'm not upset about losing on Oxy. Not upset at losing on Apple because I know with my ability, with my genius skills that I have over here that I've honed in by working with the other 2 geniuses and 3 geniuses, 4 geniuses, Greg, Sean, Neil, Brandon, you know, using all their skills that I've been around. I can make it work for me again. So this is what we're doing right now. Apple surprisingly holding 149. So congratulations to Apple, obviously, for doing so very successfully and not actually breaking to the downside. So Apple holding up at the moment. Nasdaq also holding up near the low of day, 12,100, and S&P 500 also holding up near kind of near low of day, not really true near low of day just yet for S&P 500. No way he just did that. What did I just do? Pratt can totally pass for a barber. I have never barbered anyone else's hair, but I have barbered my dad's hair and my brother's hair. So, and I did do it kind of successfully. Not very good. I did it successfully. I wish I was in Oxy and Activision. Screw Activision today because it burned me on the short. So Activision, oh man, that opportunity, I could have taken it again and actually made back the loss that I incurred on Activision. So I was short in front of 78. 78 broke up to 78.14, and I got stopped out on that one. But overall, though, that trade was in the right idea. I just needed to give it a little bit more wiggle room on Activision, so missed out on some capital from that side. but still a good trade. Tomorrow I know the levels that I want to be leaning on at least, and we can lean on those levels tomorrow. That's for Activision. Currently, Oxy trying to come back to the downside a little bit, only 11 cents in the money, but thankfully to the amount of size that I'm having, we're looking at a decent amount of profit on that trade still. Prad looks like the guy in my local kebab shop. That's racist. I'm only analyzing them. I don't understand them enough. The Occidental and Activision. Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with it. Look at Oxy today with the earnings report that Oxy had. It was a pretty good trade for the long side for me, and the stock was already up 2-3% when I was taking the long trade, and it still went up another 2%, I believe, after that. So Oxy still a pretty beautiful trade, even with that all over all the variables considered. Apple actually now failing to hold at 149 and breaking below 149. What is Facebook and Microsoft and everything else doing? So here's Facebook. Facebook did go as low as 189 today. We are now down 4% on Facebook. Microsoft, I'm guessing, is, oh no, that guess would have been wrong. So Microsoft did break the low a day, but now we're looking at 263 on Microsoft, and Oxy once again back down on the day, right back to negative territory, right back to down on the day for me in units per share. But we have our stop out there. We know we have our levels out. We know exactly what we want to do with that trade. So if Occidental finds a way to rip back up to the north side, that'd be good for us. Right now XLE is getting absolutely clapped, so that's not a good thing for me because I am obviously in an XLE stock. So here's your energy ETF, which was up more than 3-4% on the day, now only up 2% on the day, and trying to find support at pre-market highs. So hopefully pre-market highs hold up on Oxy, on XLE, allowing me to kill that trade and get right back into the profit territories that I was to start my day with. Coinbase getting clobbered. Coinbase, oh my gosh. So obviously I don't have any more size left on Coinbase. Yo, Luca, look where Coinbase is at. That's right. So Luca yesterday, before earnings report even comes out, he goes, Coinbase is going to $50 up straight. So a firm is at $15. I am at a loss for words, yo. 170 Apple Amazon partnership. Oh my goodness, we got amazing deals for you guys at a firm. But you know what? Sean got it right. Buy now, pay never later. And watch the company go to the ground. This stock is, holy moly, $15. And Neil said that they're reporting today. So if they report bad today, which is what everyone's expecting them to do so because of Peloton, where is the stock going to? Are we going to $10 on a firm? Oh my goodness.
Everything is tanking.
Sorry, Miss V?
Everything is tanking.
Everything is indeed tanking. Markets coming off, and that worries me for my long on Occidental. Obviously, we are long Oxy, and it is trying to come back to the downside. Not the best thing we want to see. Markets trying to break the low a day for Nasdaq, I think, which already did, honestly. But S&P 500 is the one that has yet to break the low a day. Still, S&P 500 though is now negative by 0.9%, almost 1 full percent. Nasdaq down by 2 full percent. So struggling. Apple goes timber. Apple took out the low a day there. 148.50 now on Apple, no longer a low a day. We're looking at 148.30s, 148.20s. So poof goes the market, poof goes your long trades, and incoming your short trades. But most likely poof go your short trades soon too, because the market just bounces and burns you on the shorts also. Very, very whipsaw action coming in, up and down. You're up, then you're down, then you're up, you're left, then you're right, then you're dead. PBR, is that peanut butter? Oh, it's PBJ. PBR. PBR, let's go check out PBR. 23 million shares trade on PBR. Wow, okay. Finally a stock that is not looking like it wants to follow the market in any way at all. PBR up 5% with 23 million shares traded. What is the relative volume on this bad boy? PBR is what? Petroleo Brasileiro. I'm guessing that's like petrol for Brazil or Italian. It's either Italian or Brazilian. Let's go confirm that right now.
Sounds
PBR
Italian.
sounds Italian, right?
Yeah.
Brazilian? Yeah, it's Brazilian. Sound the way the Borsolino or whatever it sounds Italian though. Okay, so Brazilian petrol company, 3.72 billion float. So obviously a big cap stock, up 5% today. I'm guessing this has to do something with the overall XLE ETF, energy, crude oils in general going up. We saw crude going up today to 105. Where is crude at right now? Crude is at 106, so even higher than what I remember seeing at originally. Now crude is at 6.4% up on the day. So obviously, Oxy, the long that I've been in all day and now got right back into it. We're trying to work with it for the same reason that PBR is moving up to the north side, for the same reason CL is moving to the north side. XLE currently is the ETF that I'm watching while I'm trading Oxy, and XLE is trying to find buyers at the 100 period EMA on the 5-minute chart here. Also trying to find buyers above pre-market range high. There we go. Coming in, Oxy. Move back up. Yeehaw! Move right back up. Give me my profit target. There's some levels I have up there. I know I'm only 5 cents in the money, but I always say size doesn't matter. But when you have decent size, 5 to 10 cents might just be, being able to breaking even on the day or not breaking even on the day. So let's go, XLE. Keep flying up there, XLE. Don't stop, please, because XLE stops, then my Oxy stops. And if Oxy stops, then I cry. Apple trying to hold 149. Yeah, it's actually doing a pretty good battle around 149, honestly. 148.50 was the previous low a day. Now the new low a day, 148.29. And market trying to move back up, which means Apple could absolutely launch from here to 150 to 151 or so. So for anyone who are long, have fun with your longs. I obviously kind of broke my rule of 3 trades and a walk away. I had maybe 7 trades on this, and I took a losses, more than enough losses that I needed to. So thankfully Arun's not here today, because that slipper would have come flying if he heard that I was breaking rules on this one. But at the end of the day, we still got tons of room to wiggle, to play around. Wiggle, boom, 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 boom.
Wiggle.
Exactly. So we still got tons of room over here to play around with.
Stop Console Wars brought us Mattel, saying that look, when everything just dropping to the downside, Mattel still holds some positivity. Well, we did dropped, but we're still in a positive territory. That's true. Mattel up 0.40%. We have almost 2 million volume with the average 3 million. So yes, Mattel relatively strong on this negative day.
Mattel. Yes, still strong, surprisingly. The children's toy, this is Macy's. What is Mattel? MAT? Matt on NASDAQ. So Mattel still strong without a doubt on a down day. What else is strong on a down day is Walmart and Costco and stuff. Your inflation hedge. Let's see if Walmart today is strong. Yeah, look at that, man. It's looking a lot like, oh, that's Mattel. I was gonna say that looks like a lot like Mattel for a second, but here we go. Walmart actually down on the day, down 1.18%, and failing to hold 150 today for the upside for Walmart. And Costco most likely looking the same as Walmart. Let's go check it out. Costco currently trading at $491, and the chart is, yeah, pretty much the same replication of Walmart over there. XLE, man, you're scaring me. XLE not really wanting to go back up to the north side. So my longs on Oxy are continuously scaring me. Just throwing out more exits on the north side in case we do get a nice little pump up on Oxy. I don't end up just sitting there holding it, watching it like a dummy. All right, and also maybe can I throw an order to get more shares? I can't because I have my stop out. Bitcoin is definitely buy at 50 cents. Maybe not. Maybe if it goes to 0.01 of a cent, maybe it's a buy there. 50 cents still too overpriced for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's it's too overpriced at 50 cents. Lucid, $14. Lucid Motors apparently going down to $14. Oh, I typed it in the wrong box. I thought I typed it in the right box. LCID/NQ. Lucid Motors is doing what? Lucid Motors, that's still not Lucid. Come on, give me Lucid. Give me Lucid. There we go. Lucid, 14.25 low a day. Lucid heading towards $14 right now as we talk about it. Palantir was another stock that we were talking about for about the $7 level. Looks like Palantir actually went much lower. Actually, we're looking at a 692. Right now, we're looking at Palantir at 689. So not much lower than 692. But Palantir, you know, hopefully find some buyers coming in around here so we can get a nice little long on Palantir. This market is killing us. This market is like killing everybody. If you're short, if you're long, it doesn't matter. It has no regard for you. The market only cares about itself, and that's why I always, Neil mentioned this, and I love the way when he says this. He goes, market is gonna be irrational longer than you can stay solvent. Basically, what that means is this market will continuously do crazy stuff and wild stuff that you will not be able to stomach much longer than you will have the funds to help you trade the stock. You know, kind of like the martingale strategy. You want to make sure you have enough funds to play the next card if you want to double down on every loss that you take. But what if you have 7 losses in a row? What if you have 12 losses in a row and you can't double down anymore? So risk management, knowing where to take your size. Maybe you have to count cards a little bit on the market, you know, count cards a little bit and know exactly when to put risk on and when to not put risk on. If the dealer showed kings 3 times in a row, then maybe you put risk on now because you think that he's going to get a low card this time instead of getting a king again the next time he shows, right? So learning how to, what is that book you talk about? Thinking in bets? Yeah, so thinking in bets. You know, Neil always talks about that book. I've yet to read that book myself, but, sorry? I would love it. Okay, so I have to check out that book for sure. Thinking in bets. And for anyone who has read that already, probably you know exactly what goes on in there. I'm gonna go take a quick little washing break again. Miss V?
Guys, Tesla is now at 754. Let's see if we will get to that 750 even level, and if we will find support in there. We can take a look at the higher time frame on Tesla one more time to see. But yeah, hopefully that 750 will be the level for Tesla. Everything is dropping. So yeah, we're now at here. So at 770 we had a good support, we broke it, and the next one in here at 750, at 752 I would say. So let's see, guys, if we break that one, we have more room to go into 730s area. Hopefully 750 will be the low of the day for Tesla, but again, market just want to go lower and lower. And I remind you guys that we trade with the B-Parade platform, with Day Trade the World prop firm. And my favorite segment is to guys show you top traders at Day Trade the World. We don't know where they are located. We only know how much profit they made and what markets they were trading. And it's per one person. It's not an office. Just one person made that much money. Here we go. In the first place, we have someone who made 72,600 trading US and Canadian markets, also OTC Pink. Looks like a busy trading day was yesterday for this person. On the second place, we have 37,700 profit trading Chicago and New York. On third place, we have 20,700 profit from someone who traded European markets. And on fourth place, we also have Nasdaq, who made 20,000. So congratulations, guys. Great job. Super proud to be part of Day Trade the World. And again, hopefully soon I will be also on that list. But so far, I am not. So as you can see, I was trading Tesla earlier today. I went short, but the timing was wrong. Tesla did a pretty big jump back to VWAP. So it was 776 level. We jumped all the way to 789. That's why I had to get out before that, and my stop loss got in. But after that, that short would work perfectly fine. Not today. So hopefully tomorrow will be a better day for me.
What do we say to that? Not today. For anyone who knows where that one's from, you get +1 brownie points. All right. What do we think of what Apple bottom is? Apple bottom, jeans, boots with the fur. There is no bottom in this market at all. Don't go long, don't go long. There's no bottom, there's no bottom. Anyway.
Special for Rivian.
There's no bottom for anything. There's the only bottom there is on you, and it's about to get kicked by this market. That's what's happening. There is no bottoms. There is no buyers. Nobody wants to buy right now. Market's struggling, obviously. I would like to say Apple bottom is going to be 149, 150, but obviously I got beat up on that bottom, and right now 149 is struggling to hold up too. So I don't really know, man. I can't really pinpoint to one level and be like, okay, that's going to be the absolute bottom. Because I tried to do that, and obviously you know the rest of the story from there on. Right now, let's go Oxy. Oxy pushing back up north side a little bit, gave me another exit. I also have another exit right above the previous exit, so let's see if that one can wick in too. That way we're scalping some profits over here on the way up for Occidental and still having some size. There we go, another exit just kicked in, and so that means I can recreate my stop for the actual size I have, and we can hold on to this one. 30 cents in the money. Now going right back to Apple over here, you know, I think something that you can do to time the bottom on Apple is not just stare at Apple and look at a level. You could also time it with the overall market, with the Nasdaq, with the S&P 500, and with UVXY. Maybe I should have done that because Nasdaq was still on its way down to the lower day while I was trying to protect 150. Obviously Nasdaq broke the lower day over there slightly, and Apple broke 150. S&P 500 was still on the way down towards lower day when I was trying to protect 150, and UVXY was absolutely ripping and broke VWAP, and it's above VWAP and above $18 on UVXY, so volatility is going up. All those factors combined, I still tried to go long on the stock because I just had the horse blinders on my eyes. The horse blinders just said 150 go long, Prad, and I just kept trying it. So you know, I'm learning from my mistake over there. I should have looked for other variables, not just one reason to trade, which is go long at 150. I should have looked for other reasons. Is the market giving me a trade to trade? Take off the blinders and see that the market's not really telling you to take the trade yet. But no, it was just blinders, just following straight ahead. And this time, this race-winning horse did not win this time, sadly. So that is the reality of it. And hopefully you guys learned from that a little bit. I obviously did, without a doubt. Relax, everyone. If the market crashes to zero, you can finally... Okay, Lucid at $14.22. Yes, I think someone called out Lucid at $14. It did not actually manage to go all the way down to 14, but it is trickling its way down to 14. So we'll see if it does actually manage to go to 14 and hold up at 14, or does it break 14 and go much lower. Lucid is basically might be following Tesla and Rivian and NIO a little bit. Just another EV car maker for anyone who doesn't know what it is. And Ian's girlfriend works over there, so maybe Ian can give us some insider secrets sometime. It's all good, Prad. Life is a game of learning. Faded Polo. Sheesh. All right, I see you over there, Socrates Polo. Where are we going to next over here? Hold the line, please. Hold the line. For sure, man. I'm guessing you're talking about AMC or maybe the market. I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but yes, hold the line for sure, without a doubt. BTC breaking 29,700.
No.
I quit.
Please.
I quit.
That sucks, actually.
BTC about to break the low over here. Like, I quit. I have nothing else to say. So obviously, what I did say is if BTC breaks this line over here, I will be buying some BTC for my own account. So not only will I have to be buying some BTC for my own account under that level, I will also be having to deal with my friends messaging me and saying, what did you get me stuck into? What is this garbage coin that you got me stuck into? I hate this coin, blah, 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 blah. So hopefully that's not going to be something that I have to deal with tonight.
Down on my portfolio.
Oh, you're down on your portfolio. Wait till I show you my account. It's bleeding. There's $0 left in my account.
Sucks.
$0. I actually haven't even opened my account because I'm scared that once I see how much red it is, I'll just hit sell all. So I'm scared if I open my account, my fear will just be like, no, my money. Give me my money back.
So the zero is like you can't go into minus,
no,
right?
You're not going to go to zero. You don't have a margin account, so you're not going to get margined. So, you have a cash account.
Yeah.
Right? So it won't go to zero. If the stock delists, then obviously then there's a fear of you losing your money over there. But If you just hold on to it and it goes back up, it goes back up. If it doesn't go back up, then you're just having that loss on your account.
Bye bye.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like you don't have a margin account, so you don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it either. Like our TFSA accounts are cash accounts.
Yeah.
And as long as you hold them, you just continue holding them. That's
I
it.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just hope and pray every day.
One question we did have yesterday, though, Neil, maybe you can answer this. Neil, are you listening? One question we had yesterday when we went out for beers was, if a stock delist, do you get the share price of the delist price at that point, or do you just lose the value of the stock? So you get the shares of a private stock at that point? Like, let's say like SOFI delist tomorrow, completely from the market. It goes to the OTC. Okay. Right. Right, so that was the question we had on yesterday when we went out for beers. Basically, what would happen if a stock delists? So hopefully none of these stock delist. There's still a long way for these stocks to delist. They have to go sub-dollar and then trade under a sub-dollar for 6 months or so, and that's when it happens. Right now, Oxy looks like it wants to burn me. No, Oxy, don't go below $60. Stay above 60, please. S&P 500 going much lower. Here goes S&P 500 to the downside. ES/M22CM, man, that 4K short on S&P 500 that I was debating, I should have just had that because that would have been a killer short. Anyways, S&P 500 near lower days, 39.50 at the moment. Nasdaq probably going much lower than the lower day already. Here's your Nasdaq cracking a little bit lower, 12,050 on the bottom side, so only 50 points away from testing the 12,000 significant key level. So destruction across the globe, destruction across the stock market. Everything is indeed bleeding. Oxy definitely going under $60. Ay, hopefully not, but looks like it wants to. What's up?
First of all, quick question. C4 Kami asking, can you trade the SQQ TZA? Are you allowed? When I know that we can trade SQQQ, but not sure what TZA is.
I'll find out.
And while you do that, we have a super chat from John Borges. Thank you so much, John. Valeriia, last week I sent a super chat out. Brad about Melly. I have a short on this stock. John, thank you first of all again for all your support. I hope you're having a wonderful day. But if you were shorting that Melly, I am pretty sure you do have a profitable day because Melly down more than 10%, and would be nice if you tell me what level you did short it at. And only congratulations, amazing job. And definitely today, if you short, guys, you're not wrong, and hopefully roof won't fall on our head right now.
Miss V, did you bring your water problems over to this building too? What's going on?
No.
I think Miss V brought her building problems over to this building over here. Or Miss V probably felt like her shower at her gym wasn't enough, and she just channeled water over here, and we're about to take a shower
I
live.
opened the shower there so like water can get hotter. I like very hot.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time. Just leave it running for extra long. I do that. My mom yells at me every time I do that. That's ridiculous. So TZA apparently is an investment trust fund, mutual fund for Bear 3X. So TZA, I'm guessing, is 3 times leverage ETF for XLF. So XLF obviously is your financial ETF, and this one says investment trust ETF. So that's what I'm guessing it is. Obviously, I never traded it. Don't really know exactly what it is, but we can trade it on our platform. TZA on Amex, TZA on Amex with 10 million shares today. Look at that move for this one. Let's go check if it's the inverse of financial. So here's your XLF. XLF currently doing this, and what is TZA doing? Yeah, it's the exact opposite of XLF. As you guys can see, it's just pretty much flipped, right? So it makes sense what it is at the moment. Prad, make money so you can move out of your own house, man. Be a man, bro. Nah, I like living in my own house, dude. You think I want to spend money and waste my money when I can just live at home and not waste money? I mean, I'm still wasting money, but on my other things. Here goes Oxy. Oh no, Oxy, we got stopped out on that one. So the done deal for Oxy. Was a pretty good trade overall though, but XLE is cracking to the downside, so Oxy cracked to the downside, and we got stopped out on that side too. Wah, wah, wah. Looks like we are gonna walk away with that trade overall. Still a winning trade on Oxy today successfully, and more opportunities to come across the board. Maybe Apple, man, Apple not holding at all. Apple just, woo-wee, Apple 147.16 now. So I don't even know what else to say besides goodbye Apple. Apple much, much more lower than 150. If you had 150 short Apple, that's all you needed to do realistically, man. What a joke. What a joke. Absolute joke.
John Borges actually sent me levels for that Mali. So John got short at, I just saw that. Where did you go, John? Come back. 1087. So guys, let's actually see 1087 level. 1087 level. 10. What's wrong with me? All right, we will take 1091. Okay, hope you don't mind, John. And yeah, this tool doesn't really work like that, but I believe like you made around like 35% of the move to the downside, so it's amazing trade. Congratulations. And again, even though today is a red day, I'm super happy to see, guys, that you find opportunities to make money. Let's go. Mayank Kunar says hi V. Hello, Mayank, and everybody.
Good job.
On pronunciation?
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. And again, guys, we need 200 more likes to shimmy together and to 1K likes. And I saw someone on chat, one of our viewers said that, oh my god, my portfolio is red. I just can't wait to see Valeriia and Prad do some shimmy. So please, guys, let's improve our mood, everybody, and make some shimmy all together.
Yeah, you know, if you don't get us to 1K likes, I don't get my lunch, and I'm starving, man. I'm starving at the moment. I want to eat my lunch. I think today's lunch was actually pretty exciting.
It smells so good.
I kind of know what it is because I asked the boys what it was, but I'm gonna wait for you to say it. So what is the lunch today?
It's steak fajitas with Spanish rice.
Steak? Yo, we eating nice over here, yo. Steaks.
I don't think it will be steak. It will be like a meat in fajitas.
Yeah, like steak fajita.
Yeah, I've never tried though.
But still.
Yeah.
We're eating nice over here.
Have you seen that?
No.
I haven't seen too.
I haven't seen what it looks like. I want to say yes. Because what it looked like when their plates were done, it looked like, you know, there was some edible food over there for sure. But the only time will tell. Actually, time won't even tell. Only our viewers will tell me if I can eat my lunch or not. Because if we don't get to 1K, I don't get my lunch.
Yeah.
So, chop chop. We don't have much time left.
Raquel will go and like throw it out of the window.
Give it to the homeless people outside.
Yeah. So team, please, again, likes are absolutely free for you and priceless to us.
Down goes Redbox, says people in the chat. Redbox still, you know, heading to the downside after having the initial rip up off the open. I think Redbox has some support though around $2. So if Redbox does go to $2.50, $2, I think it shows us some support. This move on the futures is nuts, man. I was debating to go short on the 4,000 level. I should have just done it instead of questioning myself so much, because this market is now down 1.3% on S&P 500, Nasdaq down 2%, and everything is just getting absolutely beat up. So this is so bad across the board, man. I don't even know what else to say. I'm sorry for Apple longs. Why are you sorry for Apple longs, Prad? Be sorry for yourself, because now the only stock that you are positive or you were positive on is now turning red for you. I'm sure when I go home I'll have to listen to my dad talk about how Apple is below 150 and how I told him Apple will never go below 150. So this is just so bad. But you know what? Apple will never go below 100. I'll be sure about that. Apple will never go below 100. So if Apple goes anywhere close to 100, 120, 110, just load up on your position over there. Just load up on your position. Mortgage your house. Obviously, non-financial advice, right? Non-financial advice. mortgage your house, sell your dog if you have to, sell your wife if you have to, and buy Apple shares at you know, at 110 or 120 if it does manage to go there. Never ever said never. I like that one. Prad, know you jinxing people. Ay. Fajitas for lunch, that's basically tacos. Yeah, you're not wrong. I thought it was tacos when I was walking by. I saw these guys eating food. I was like, what the heck are these guys eating? Are those tacos? It's not even Tuesday, but it was fajitas.
I'm excited now to see.
Yeah, I can't wait for time to go by faster. 10 minutes, I'm starving. My stomach is rumbling in the jungle right now.
Yeah, at one point I want to try food too, but at the same time I want the time to go a little bit slower because we still need 100 more likes. And again, guys, 2,600 people are watching us right now. What's the reason to not like? I mean, we're alive, asking you right now, looking into your eyes and face, please like this video. If you're lurking, if you're busy there, come here, chop, smash that like button.
Looks like Apple might have found a bottom at 147. Apple broke 147 by only about 18 cents or so. So didn't break too much far to the downside on Apple. Now here comes the buys on the S&P 500. And on the Nasdaq, so some buys are coming across the board. I want to go check some levels on the S&P 500 futures real quick as to why the market bounced where it bounced, and if I had a line around there. So I have a line at 3,978. Let's just say 3,980. So I had a line around there. We dipped around to 3,950 on the futures. What is the low a day on the futures? Do I have it anywhere? ES/M22CM. Low a day on the futures 3,941. So about 40 points away from my line. And Apple, as you guys can see, 70 cents in the money from those lows over there. So looks like the bottom that you were looking for on Apple could be coming in around 147, 146.82 or so. And S&P 500 with the beautiful green candle right now. Nasdaq also with a nice little green candle coming in. Let's see if the market can have a bounce that we were looking for. Oxy still under $60, but not too far below 60. So Oxy trying to also get back above 60. XLE trying to bounce in front of 78. Market trying to regain some of its momentum that we had to the upside. Get me out of this heck. Yeah, this heck sucks right now, man. HE double hockey sticks. It is absolutely red across the board. So I can understand why you feel like you are in one.
Yeah.
Nah, no bottom. It's a trap. It's a trap. Yeah, very well could be a trap for later on in the day. But right now, you know what's not a trap is that beautiful scalp opportunity in front of 147. It's giving you 70 cents per share to scalp that long. I don't think that's a trap at the end of the day. If you plan on holding that trade for more than 5 hours, more than 10 hours, more than 11 hours, then yeah, that level's probably a trap for now. But on a day trading, we're a day trader show over here. We're sponsored by a company called Day Trade the World. We're talking about day trading levels. So clearly for a day trade, that was not a scam. That was a beautiful long opportunity giving you 70, 80 cents per share. So anytime someone says that, that kind of like, it's like, come on guys, you're just making excuses now to not be a part of that trade, right? That's just excuses. No excuses. Excuses are for nobody.
That's right.
Biden going to be speaking soon. Is that true?
I will double check for you now.
I thought he already spoke in the morning. So Miss V is checking for us right now. Let's see if he's going to be talking again. And if he is talking, I think I heard Lucas.
Yes, he is. I saw him.
He is here. Okay. I thought he's coming back on the 14th.
Hopefully he brought us some Eiffel Towers from
Paris?
Yeah.
I told him to buy me a Gucci bag from Paris. So I'm looking for that Gucci bag, Lucas. Where's my Gucci bag,
bro? From Paris, better ask for Louis Vuitton.
Oh, sorry. I meant Louis Vuitton. I don't know
why
Gucci.
Go.
Is Gucci Paris?
Gucci Italian.
Italian. So yeah. I meant Louis Vuitton. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did bring. So yes, Biden is supposed to speak at 2:15. So President Biden delivers remarks on supporting farmers, American families, and standing with Ukraine.
Okay, so I do know.
Also, Biden delivers remarks on Putin's price hike and his administration actions to spark.
So maybe more. What's that word? Sanctions.
Yeah.
maybe more sanctions incoming, maybe more aid for Ukraine. I know they talked about a $40 billion aid, an extra $40 billion aid for Ukraine, I believe, or I believe that's what Sean was talking about yesterday going into the closing show. So that's where I'm taking that out of. So yeah, maybe he's gonna talk about that on that meeting over there. Stay tuned for that, because I don't think that moves the market a lot, but we can see agriculture stocks move around. Maybe, you know, the Ukraine-Russian conflict not only affected oil stocks, but also affected agriculture stocks. We saw wheat prices fly up to the moon. We saw agriculture stocks a little bit, and ETFs move out also. So giving aid to farmers, or anything along the words of agriculture that he says that could move the market, that could be a trade opportunity coming in. So you know, stay tuned. Look for those stocks across the board that might come into play very soon. What time did you say, Miss V, he was coming?
2:15.
2:15. So sadly, it won't be on for this show. I mean, obviously, we only have about 5 minutes left for the show, but you guys will be there for the closing show. If anything moves from that talk, I'm sure Sean and Neil will talk about it. But my guess is probably nothing really substantial is gonna happen from that talk, unless Pater Iron, I don't know, whatever your name is over there in the chat, he mentioned weed stocks went up. So you know what, they could talk about weed stocks a little bit because of agriculture, farming and whatnot. They could mention weed. They could talk about, you know, subsidizing weed production for farmers or whatever. So that could be on stock too. Just gotta see what they talk about at the end of the day, right?
1K
Oh, we did it?
likes, we did it. And with the shimmy, we're dancing. We need some music, you know, for that. Interesting shimmy, like you're on, you know. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you had a little dance with us also. We love you, love you, love you. Appreciate it so much. Honestly, it means a lot to us to see that we asked you to like and you did like, and here we have our 1K likes, so we can sleep good at night today.
Yeah, this is basically our shimmy over here every day, because this is how cold it is in this corner and you're freezing. I can't wait to sit there and maybe be a little bit warmer.
It's not
Which
gonna
one?
be warmer.
Rivian is at $20? Oh, you're shorting Rivian 20. Oh, wow. 20 breaking on Rivian, going to the downside. So Rivian now 13% to the downside. Rivian is going to go join a firm at the $15 level most likely. Oh, man, I can't wait for a firm's earnings report to come out. That's going to be a beautiful opportunity to see what trades we can get out of that one. And Rivian, this one's, when is Rivian's earnings report? Tomorrow?
Rivian?
Yeah, Rivian. Oh, it's tonight.
Today, after the close.
Yeah, it's tonight after hours. Same with Affirm. Okay, Rivian. Okay, Affirm. We got some. Oh, Affirm is tomorrow. Rivian is today. Okay, got it. Rivian 13 soon, then bounce. Rivian $13 soon. Yeah, very well could see that. We could just see $10, man. You know, some of these stocks could just go to SPAC prices. You know, SPACs, when they IPO, they trade at $10 forever and ever until they end up finding someone to merge with. If you remember watching CCVI or whatever stock it was that was Lucid, CCVI. I remember watching that stock trade at $10 forever and ever, and then the merger happened, and then Lucid obviously moved around quite a bit. Big killer whales are lurking in the shadows. That is without a doubt killer whales. Nasdaq. Apple right back to 147 right now, trying to give you another opportunity. 10,000 offer on 51.85. 10,000 shares. So 10,000 shares on Nasdaq on 51. 100,000 shares actually, he says, on Coinbase on the offer on the way up. So obviously that level is getting blocked, not allowing the stock to go much higher than that. Look at the candle instantly getting pumped down. The idea for that is anytime someone throws a big boy size like that, you know, 100K size or a million share size, people start front running that order, because the idea is if that size is legitimate, the stock should go tap, and then dump off later on. And if it just taps and it goes through that, then you know you're wrong on that break of that. So that allows you to load up as much size as you want in front of that barrier, even if it's at a random weird number. It allows you to load up as much size as you want and front run it. That's what the strategy is. It's called front running size. Noticing size on a level 2 and running in front of it.
Prad, AMC got to that $10 ceiling. We're now $10.04. So let's see what's gonna happen, if we're gonna break that 10 to the downside or we'll find any support. But looks like markets are not looking into any support.
AMC at $10 makes me laugh, man. I don't even know what to say. Like, the earnings report did not help the stock at all. What a joke. And AMC might just end up going those $6 prices where people were loading up on for the short squeeze game. So if AMC it does manage to go to $6, I might buy some for my own account over there, because that is too cheap. Like, $6 for AMC would be way too cheap if we do end up going there. The stock obviously struggling today, struggled yesterday, struggling every day of the week so far. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red days on AMC right now. AMC back to 3. Is that where AMC's fiasco started at $3? Let's go check out right here. 12, I think it was right here. Yeah, 3, 4. Why do I remember it as 6? So yeah, it could go right back to 3 then. This is where the whole game started. Easily could go back to $1.90 or even $3. If it does go back there, I'll buy some shares of this clown stock, man. What a clown stock.
$3?
It was $1.09 at one point.
Yeah, and imagine you sold it at 70, like around high
Miss
all-time
V,
highs.
I know people, they call themselves apes, right? They bought AMC at $4 and they haven't sold it at 70 and they're still holding it.
I would cry every day.
Anyways, we don't have to argue about the mentality of AMC traders, but what we have to do is send them over to the closing show. You have anything you want to say?
We love you guys. Thank you so much for spending this 3 hours with us. 2 hours left into this trading day. I wish you all the luck, more opportunities for you to come, and yeah, hopefully everyone have a profitable day.
Indeed. Have a good one, guys. Пока.
Пока-пока.
Hey guys, welcome to the close. Pretty ugly afternoon developing here. We are at session lows right across the board, coming off discouraging number out this morning if you missed it. April CPI comes out hotter than expected on the inflation front for last month, 8.3% versus 8.1%. So